Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello. Oh, I think Chozo got the command wrong. Let me fix it up real quick. I know Chozo's getting up real quick. Hello, maybe I typed it to him wrong. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Guys, today is a keyboard that I have been itching to build since I got it. I have been waiting patiently to build up this particular keyboard. I think we're actually not using ink switches. I think we're using moss switches for this. Although let me tell you this though. I have not set up this keyboard correctly. Hello, Heracles has been on my radar for a while. Dude, you know what? Favorite pasta type? Kilo. I actually don't know the answer to this one. It's the Heracles time. Did Chozo get the title of the thing right too? Hold on, let me just double check Mr. Chozo's work. Hello. Hi everybody. Phoenix, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude.
Reviewing the mode envoy.
I'm guessing. I hope, because it is a nice looking keyboard, and I wouldn't mind taking a look. But thank you so much, Phoenix. Crow, thank you so much for the prime as well for the. So nice. Wait, what happened? Oh, Toby, Aki. Hello, both of you guys. Thank you so much, Crow. I appreciate the prime for 20 freaking months, bro. I fixed my sleep schedule, dude. I have not fixed mine. Like, for some reason, I am just not tired until late at night now, and I've been, like, waking up late. On weekdays, it's not like that, but I'm getting less sleep. But on the weekends, man, got a VC more to understand the inside jokes. Dude, I do need to get in VCs more. This year's been absolutely awful for my sleep. Is it you guys too? It's weird, man. I feel like it's been shit for sleep this year for me. Steezy, what's going on, dude? My sleep is effed right now, too. I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand where it went wrong. I was waking up at like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock with energy. I did do the sleep study. I did it about a month ago now. They told me about 3 weeks. Dude, I'm so weird about this. Do I call them? Because they told me they would contact me in about 3 weeks. So do I contact them just to like follow up? I'm not, I don't know, man. I'm so bad with these type of things because it's like if it was anything else, for sure. Like I would follow up, but it's like a medical thing and I don't know, I feel weird following up. Follow up? Okay, maybe I'll do that then. Don't watch TV on your phone before bed. That is also something I need to stop doing. As an HR rep, you should follow up always. Okay, I'll listen to Toby today. Proactive for your health? True. Actually true though, Potenza. That's actually fucking big true. Dude, follow up sometimes just a stat. Yeah, follow up. Yeah, I know. Try red light therapy about an hour or two before you want to go to sleep. Turn off all your lights and dim. Oh, is that because it thinks like it's like the sunset kind of thing? Yeah, and it produces melatonin and also stray away from blue light. That is also something I need to do. I need to set up my computer so at a certain time, like it goes into night shift mode. I think that's what I need to do too. NPC, final catching stream, got into Keeps recently. Watch all your vids on YouTube, never been here live. I hope you enjoy the live stream. I think the live streams for keyboards are the most fun because you get to like interact with everyone. Not just me, I mean like the entire community. So it's freaking awesome. Shelby came in. Yo, Skull King, I low-key forgot I had so many extra parts for that thing, man. So I hope you enjoy whatever build you're going to do, or even the stock build that I gave you, man. Enjoy it. Congratulations again on the win, bro. Flux is a perfect app. Don't they have a dedicated app on the Apple? Zyro. Yeah, we'll start up the stream. Zyro, thank you so much. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much for the raid, man. Appreciate you. I hope you're having a good day today. If anyone doesn't know, my name's Alex. I build keyboards. Guys, I built the shelf. All right, there's a shelf in the back now. It was $79. It looks awesome. I needed a shelf so bad, man. Poggers, hi guys. Hello everybody. Shelf gang, thank you guys for the follows, by the way. I appreciate you guys. I'll post a picture for sure once it's all done. Yeah, I think that's on my to-do list this year. I think follow up with sleep study for the next week. No, not even this year, next week. Follow up, 79 Canadian dollars. I can't believe you got a shelf for 7 USD. That's real fucked up, man. Hey, dude. Hey, chat. What's going on, Bob? Received and built my Freebird TKL on Friday and used your videos on YouTube for a build guide and stab help. So thank you very much for all your help. Hey, no worries, man. Your camera's looking extra crispy. Utoy, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. I finally got, okay, I got a camera talk just for like 5 minutes. I got a black Pro Mist filter on my other camera now. And then I have the Glimmer Glass on this camera. But I think I might switch to the other lens with the Pro Mist because I kind of like the way that looks a little bit more. It's just a quarter Pro Mist, so it's pretty nice. Fresh beard trim? Yes. But I need to, guys, on the real note, I think I need to start doing some workouts. I'm noticing some places of me that's bigger than it was before. Not in a weird way, all right? Not in a fucking weird way, because I know someone's going to be weird about this shit. I mean, I'm gaining some weight. So I think I need to work out a bit. Stream looking so cozy with the filters and new shelf. Thank you. I appreciate that, DWC. Yup. How does you always know when I'm about to be weird? Because I know you guys. We've been hanging out for how long now? Gravity's a tough one to fight, for real, bro. Yo, Alex, I can help you out with losing weight. I just lost 30 pounds in the past 2 months. Slipless, I honestly would love to know what your routine or schedule thing is. Like, legitimately, I would love to know. Because I think I want to try some different things. I've been trying to calorie count to a certain degree, but I mean that only works so much. Okay, this is from Kausera. I think this is how I pronounce it, Chausera. So what I really like about this, the dude, that color shirt really compliments you. Thank you, Blasphemous. Thank you, man. That really made me smile. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that. What I really like about this board is it's called the Heracles. Heracles, I'm by the way, guys, I was really into Greek mythology and stuff growing up. So when I heard this board was like a thing, I didn't know too much about it at first, but I was like, dude, this looks sweet. Very nice new background. Thank you. I'll take a photo of it and post it on Discord. I redid the whole shelving system behind me to better organize my stream. Not for you guys to look at, obviously, because you can't really look at much of it. But I redid a whole shit ton because I wanted you guys to take a look at what's going on. All right. The Hercules? No, it's the Heracles. Okay. Big fan. This keyboard might also make me reinstall. What is that? The Titan game? That Diablo style game? I might reinstall that because I haven't played that in a hot minute, dude. That sexy stash? Thank you guys. Look at the bezels on this thing, first of all. Cry, thank you so much, dude. An amazing 10 months. Weekend. Smile. Oh my god, this is heavy. Thank you, dude. I'm having a better weekend now that you're here, Chrysos. Alright, let's take out some stuff. No, it wasn't God of War. It was the Titans one. Oh, fuck. Wait. No, not Lost Ark. Not Hades. No, not Titanfall. Fuck. It was like Diablo. It came out a long time ago. Fuck. Why can't I remember what it's called? Dude, I hate this, man. I hate when I can't remember something. I need to look it up. Unless you guys can remind me. The giant ones? Not Titan Quest. Titan Quest was the one. It was not Path of Exile. Titan Quest. If you guys remember Titan Quest was a sick game, dude. Hatful boyfriend? Huh? Alright, so a few things in the box before we take a look at the keyboard itself. We have a PC plate. We have some foam. We have some more foam. Unsure what I'm going to be using for today's build. More foam. Another foam. And a hot swap PCB. With lots of flex cuts, which we'll see how that ends up, I guess, performing. Not a huge fan of all the flex cuts. Not a huge fan of this, but I'm willing to see how this performs in the keyboard. I most likely will be putting mid-plate foam because typically, if you guys don't know already, I'm not really a flex cut or cut person on PCBs. That's just something I've never been into. I think maybe at one point it was kind of novel and I was interested, but Typically what this does is it actually kind of looks, or not looks rather, but sounds a little bit thinner. So it does give you the payoff of, yes, it does become a tad bit softer. However, it ends up being a lot more thinner in terms of sound profile. Can you try multiple configs? Yeah, we can try some different stuff. I don't know if we'll do it all in one stream, but I genuinely want to get this board sounding as good as I can because, dude, this isn't even like the thing I'm excited about. This board is just beautiful. First of all, look at this. Look at this board real quick. I actually think I need to go grab something. I think there's like an accessories kit I need to quickly go grab. Yeah, so you guys have to give me a second or two. I think I forgot a box in the front. Look how beautiful this is, all right? Then, guys, this is the side profile here. Look at that little, I look that little foot there on the wedge. It looks nice. Looks a little like the Rama U80. I mean, anything with big bezels might look like the Rama, but this has like that inset frame, which is kind of nice. Here's the coolest part about this board, dude. I understand it's on the back. I know someone's gonna be like, but Alex, I can't see it. It's on the back, I know. But this is so beautiful. I would have loved to see some elements of this incorporated on the top of the keyboard. But like, dude, look how awesome that looks. It's very sharp too. Like, we'll peel off the sticker thing too, but it's very sharp. There's a lot of details on this. Lots of details. I think this is super, super awesome. Here, I'm gonna put this down for a second, guys. And I'm gonna quickly run and go grab the other thing I forgot. I think I forgot something, because I think there's a little box I neglected to grab. 1 second. Here's the other box. Actually, before I get too ahead of myself, where's the daughter board is the real question here. Where is the daughter board? Oh, it's right here. All right, let's take a look at some of the other stuff that's in the box here. I hope they experiment with full black engraving on this. Oh, full back engraving? Not black engraving. That'd be kind of interesting. Oh, we do have stab shims, so this is a 1.2 mil PCB. I'm assuming so I'll definitely have to make sure that I grab some correct stabs. I was gonna do clip-ins, but probably not. Creation of Adam, but Adam is reaching out to type on a sonnet. What happened? And then we have all the other parts right over here. Let's grab everything else out. Daughter board's in there as well. It looks like it's non-standard, which not my favorite thing in the world. We have our feet. I love these feet. We have some of the hot swap stuff here. We're not going to be using any of these. Some screws. Ooh, and we have some feet, or I guess some silicone gaskets. Pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm going to be using gecko switches. And actually the rest of this stuff was just foam, more foam, guys. Lots of different foams. GMK Civ, oh, I know, dude. I don't have that set, unfortunately. Trust me, I want to grab that set, but for the time being, guys, I'm just gonna leave this here. Okay, they're not the gecko switches you probably think they are, though. I modded these because listen. I think full review on the gecko silent linears. They're great silent linears, but I decided to put a long pull stem in these. and these sound pretty fantastic. The reason I wanted to use these is because the mold for these Gateron switches are actually really nice. Like they're, I don't know what it is about this particular, the Gecko switch. I believe they use a newer mold, but they're perfect. Like they don't need any films. They slot in nicely. So these are from KVD fans. I believe they're just a standard P3 long pole. I picked up the full KBM 100 acres Decimat kit, Winnie the Pooh themed, and when I saw it, my inner child, wait, there's 100 acres? Steve, can you link that? I'm genuinely curious because low-key, I grew up on Winnie the Pooh as well. So, oh, and then they also sent this too. It's a Heracles metal artisan to go with it, I think. Pretty cool. Sorry, my hands are so dry, guys. Damn, that is nice. Yeah. 100 acres looks absolutely amazing. Wait, I want to see this now, dude. Steve, you got to link it to me, dude. Look up. Okay, wait. Someone just linked it. Thank you, Disaster Vibes. Come on. They have a mouse for it, too? Wait. Is this in stock? Oh, fulfillment. Okay. Nah, dude. Is this... Question. Is this actually licensed by... Oh, no, wait. Is it Winnie the Pooh open thingy now? Or isn't that like free for anyone to use? Doesn't have to be, right? Yeah, because it just recently came out of the... I don't know what it's called. The fucking world of all that shit. Dude, I'm 1000% picking this up. The patent or whatever it's called, yeah. This is so amazing. I don't think I'm gonna get the mouse. All these Decimats are really cute, but I think I only want the map. Oh, dude, I am 1000% picking this up. This is so cute. Public domain, that's what I'm looking for. Even the keycaps set. I've never seen KBM keycaps. What are they? PBT? Never used them, but I'm willing to give it a try.
The OG pre-Disney Winnie the Pooh is now public domain because it is older than 100 years old.
That's wild that it's that old already. That's wild. But I grew up Winnie the Pooh. Some memories, dude. We used to whenever there was like a holiday, we'd watch like the Halloween one or like whatever themed one, and I think that was like my parents, like one of their favorite things to let us watch. Watch the flash VOD right after. How'd you like the key? I have been using it. The only reason I switched to this today is because I was using the arrow keys earlier, but I've been using the flash pretty much since I built it. I actually really enjoy using it. We grew up on Disney ones, but yeah. Was it always Disney that made Winnie the Pooh? Why do I feel like it wasn't Disney? I feel like it was someone else. So I'm gonna put back these cherry steps. I feel like it was someone else. I don't know why. Winnie the Pooh was so wholesome, just like you, Alex. Come on, guys. You guys are being too nice to me today. I used to watch it with my mom and grandma as a kid. Winnie the Pooh was my bread and butter. I low-key really enjoyed the movie for it too, with Ewan McGregor there. I really enjoyed it. I know some people didn't like it. I thought it was really cute. Nostalgia be hitting different, take my money. Yeah, I'm at the very least, if I decide to not pull the trigger on the keycap set, I'm 100% buying that dust pack. So many feels in the Christopher Robin movie. Yeah, that was really good. The biggest difference between gecko switches and silent alpacas. You know, if I had to pick, like the geckos in their stock form, not their modded form that I just did. Wait, are these 1.2? These are 1.2. I would pick the geckos. The geckos, I mean, I don't even think they're available right now, but the geckos were really smooth. Like, insanely smooth. Let me just double check where's the PCB? Can I put it back in the bag here? Let's check this for a second. What do we have for layout options here? Because I think this is pretty fixed. Is this 7U? Pretty sure this is 7U. Akigami. Damn, bro. Oh, this is 6.25. I would like to see them offer a non-flex cut version of this PCB. I know I say this every single time we do something, but it is a pretty PCB, like it's nice looking, but I would still like to see a non-flex cut. But I mean, I could be 100% wrong. I'm open to using this still. HR Toby, what's going on, man? Thank you very much. Any ideas for a quieter switch for an office setting? Trying to avoid silent switches, Keck. If you can get yourself silent alpacas, I think silent alpacas are great. If you want something a little bit more tactile, I would say like tacit switches are pretty good. The novelties are really excellent. Here's our one example. Thank you so much, Rufus. I appreciate the 100 bits, dude. Oh yeah, these are cute. It looks very watercolored, and I really like that. Fuck. Maybe I will get the keycap set too. Dude, these are really cute. I really like these. My hands are so dry today, guys. I'm so sorry if I keep itching them. Compliment for Slurpless. Slurpless, you know it's never dry? Actually, I don't have a good one for this. I'm trying to think of just something in the last thing I said. Your humor. There you go. Slurpless? Huh? I love you, Slurpless. I hope you're having a great day today, man. On a real note, thank you so much for being here and always just chilling our stream here, dude. I really appreciate all the love and support you give me, man. And just the love you give the rest of the community. Seriously, dude, thank you so much. That was a lot more PG than I expected. I have to be PG on Sundays. Sundays are PG day. God damn, dude. Lazy, thank you so much for the 5 tier 1s, man. I appreciate that, dude. Am I missing? Oh no, all 5 are here. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, Lazy. Lazy, dude, thank you so much for being here as well, man. There are resin artisan keycaps of different parts of the 100 Acre Woods. Oh, that's cute. You're gonna do a whole Winnie the Pooh theme set? Thank you again, Lazy. That really does mean a lot, dude. I hope you're also having a great day today. Alright. Is this the last bit of Crytox I have left? I need to order some more Crytox tonight. I have like 1 vial after this one here, and then I'm out. Is the PCB soldered? No, we're gonna do a hot swap one today. Well, it's the only one I got in. Again, I would like to see a solderable one. Especially with that many flex cuts, I think I would prefer a solderable one. Which I'm gonna hop on the IC and just see what else they're offering, because I can't remember if they are. So I researched this all last week, and then it got delayed, and then I just haven't looked at it since. All right. I saw the 100 Acres board is delayed some. There's a 100 Acres board too. That's super cute though, man. Dude, the people above me, every weekend, they're hammering stuff. And like, it's been like that for, it doesn't bother me none, but it's been like that for like, I don't know, 2 months now. And to this day, I'm still very unsure of what they're hammering. I don't think they're doing renovations because it's like light hammering. But I have no idea. I'm thinking of putting PE foam in my PCB.
Right back at you.
Oh, my Slurpless. Dude, thank you so much for the 100, man. I appreciate you, dude. Come on, dude. You didn't have to do that, man. Slurpless. Come on, dude. Will we see a corn stash Alex this year? Corn stash? Huh? Do you mean like on a unicorn? That'd be really cool, actually. Slurpless. Hello, Alex. Very excited for this keyboard. Can't wait to hear your impressions. Yes, I'm also very excited. Slurpless, if I could give you a big old hug right now, bro, I would. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that, Slurpless. Corn stash? Oh. No. No, probably not. I think this is as good of a mustache as I want to do. Speechless, I accept. Slurpless, man. Slurpless, guys, thank you guys very much. I've been trying to, again, make the stream as awesome as possible for you guys and just as fun as possible. And just making sure we go live like at least 3 or 4 times a week. So that means a lot. Thank you guys. So they're new to me too. I've only tried them with their silent form, but this is modded. I ended up using a long pole stem, but in their stock form, they're excellent silent
Hope you're
switches.
doing well.
Bok Choy, thank you so much,
has
man.
been awesome.
Dude, it has been awesome with you guys here too, man. I've been really enjoying streaming. Like the last few months of streaming has been like my absolute favorite out of the last like 3 years we've been doing. I just feel like we've hit like a new thing with this. I saw you and Taya are gonna be building the first to build the Envoy. Do you know when it's happening? I know I'm building one, I just don't know when. I think I have a meeting with them soonish, so I just don't know when I'm gonna be doing that. Avocado, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate the 50 bits. Gotta head out to work. Have a great stream and great day. Take care, dude. Enjoy work. I actually kind of want to see, I want to talk to them about color choices this time around, because I wouldn't mind seeing what they have for color choices. I don't know if I'm going to do another green one this time around, because I've been really liking the mode green that they release. But I feel like every mode keyboard I get nowadays, I choose green, and I feel like it's a cop-out. Osman, thank you so much for the 300 bits, dude. Come on, dude. You guys are being too kind. So which Studio Ghibli movie do you like the most? So I know what to give with my next commission. My favorite Studio Ghibli movie? I mean, okay. I think I think I'm a little biased here. It is Kiki's Delivery Service. Simply because that was one of the first Ghibli movies I ever watched. And I have a lot of nostalgia and memories of it. I remember that my mom bought it for us. It was on VHS. We played it. I think we played the shit out of it. I think she got another one sometime too, or we were given another VHS copy, and one of them I think is still in like the wrapper. Princess Mononoke. I need to watch that again. It's been so long. Spirited Away is really good too. Whisper of the Heart holds a special place in my heart. I need to rewatch that. I've been eyeing the mode green copper bottom. It is such a nice combo, lazy. I've never actually watched Winnie the Pooh. If you haven't, I really recommend it. Livy!
Don't have a lot of time to watch streams, but I'm always happy to be here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm happy to have you here. Just looked up Spirited Away to watch again. Yes. Do it. Do you guys like, I don't know, do you guys like Kiki's Delivery Service? I don't know, I've always had a soft spot for it. Always. Okay, question, I don't remember. Don't hate me for this. I think it's called Marley. Hold on, I need to remember what this one here is called. Marley. Is it called Marley Studio? When Marnie was there. When Marnie was there, it was really good too. I couldn't remember the name of that one there. Is that Studio Ghibli? No, that's not, is it? Oh, it is Studio Ghibli. That one there was really sad. That I remember crying my eyes out too. If you guys have not, Marley and Me? No, not that one there. When Marnie was there. That was really, really good. If you guys have not seen that one there, I feel like that's one of their more low-key ones. Really good, dude. I cried my eyes out to that one. Howl's Moving Castle? I feel like that's a really common one to really, really like. For a good reason. It's really good. I've seen Grave of the Fireflies. It's really good too. Oh wait, you mean PE under the PCB, like the sheet trays? Oh, wait, I've been seeing a lot of that too. A lot of people have been putting the PE foam underneath the PCB, like where you normally would put the foam. I'm not crying, you're crying. Kiki's Delivery Service is so many creatives' favorites for the way it reminds them of their burnout when Kiki couldn't use magic or fly. Yeah, it's always reminded me of like a struggle when you're so good at something and then you kind of like lose that, will to do it, or like you said, a burnout. But it's very interesting to watch that like reprise of her. So I've always really liked that movie. I watched it again recently. I always watch it like once every blue moon because I just really enjoy it. We can try that today. I mean, like, I'm down to put some PE foam on the bottom. I've been seeing people do that on TikTok and stuff like that, even YouTube Shorts. Bro, I have to admit though, listen, I'm not trying to like poop on anyone. The YouTube Shorts with keyboards and even like the TikToks have been getting kind of ridiculous. It's a lot of, it's getting like weirdly more clickbait. This is the majority of like things I see now. They'll start off with like I built the X word keyboard ever, and they garner so many views, and it's just kind of like all the same sound profile of like really, really foamy, which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, is this what I need to do to get? But it's just like, I don't know, man. They never seem any different, but they're always using a different word. Like some weird, strange word everyone's just kind of made up. Foamy Amazon boards? Kinda. They're kind of foamy, yeah. But they've been getting a little weird, those shorts. I saw someone put, what was it? Some weird, like, lubricant. It wasn't actually even a lubricant. I don't know what it was. They were lubing their Switch. It was like a little kid. I was like, oh my god, who's teaching this kid these things? My keyboard sounds like ass, so anything better on YouTube, Sag. What happened, Rusty? Which keyboard do you have that sounds like butt? So what clickbaity title will you put for this build? I think I'm going to put a picture of Heracles, right? And then I built the strongest keyboard ever. And the keyboard will have arms with muscles in the thumbnail, lifting up me. That's what I'm probably going to put. Keyboard TikTok, it was some kid calling us stupid for all saying high ground boards are too expensive. Oh, yeah, dude, you know what, Philip? That's like the toxic side of things. Yeah, there's like a lot of people like that right now. For some reason, I don't know what triggered in them to like just completely shit on the custom keyboard hobby, when I feel like no one's giving them shit back for anyone who's just like getting like not into customs. But just weird energy, man. Is that Petardo? And the muscles will have muscles like the SpongeBob episode. Listen, I don't want you guys to hate me. I was never really into SpongeBob. Please don't leave. I don't know, man. I just never got into it. I always like watched it. Like it was on TV and I watched it, but I never like truly got into the SpongeBob. Like it wasn't like I didn't go out of my way to watch it. Flagging this VOD? Okay, dude. Harry Potter wasn't really my thing either. Like I've watched them all and I enjoyed the movies, but like would I run out and go watch another Harry Potter? Probably not. Like people were making a big deal. I think in Toronto they had oh dude, speaking of crazy things, there apparently was a Genshin Impact thing at the Eaton Center downtown here in Toronto, and apparently there was like this gigantic lineup. Is Genshin Impact still like insanely popular? I thought it was slowly dying off for some weird reason, but apparently it's still really popular. Oh, is it weird that I don't really like the Harry Potter movies, but I absolutely loved it? Wait, what, Slurpless? You didn't like them, but you loved them? The books. Oh, okay. The books are amazing. Well, not here, but I used to have most of the books. So many cosplayer at AnimeCon. That's wild, man. I have nothing against the game. I just didn't know it was still that. I thought people were getting kind of sick of it from last I checked. These are not silent geckos. I will say, though, the silent geckos are pretty awesome. These are modded with a long pull stem. So if you guys were curious, these are modded geckos. Mantis, that's my ADD. That's what we have to. I am very quick with topics. That's just how I talk. I've always been like that. Something reminds me of something and I go straight to the new topic. I don't play GI, Genshin Impact, but they made a new expansion recently. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like a whole new game expansion or just like more content? I saw they're making, speaking of games, I saw they're making a Forest 2, Children of the Forest. I am pumped to play that game. I really want to play Children of the Forest. I think Diego still plays it. I think a lot of my friends still play it too, but I can't get into it. Is the Shelby not recognized by VIA? Try Vile, Skull King. I don't think it was a VIA thing. Every time I think Genshin is dying off, their event proves otherwise. That's wild that it does that, man. For me, I just think my issue with Genshin I just felt like I had to spend money. Like, it felt very grindy, and it felt like if you wanted to get ahead at a pace everyone else was getting ahead, not that it matters, but you had to spend money. Also, listen, I'm going to just put this out there. I think I'm more into RPG games that when you put on armor and like equipment, you visually see your character's progress as well. I've always been into games like that. So with Genshin and a lot of these other games where it's just like a character and that's it, you're locked into that. I don't know. I really like seeing like the equipment you put on your character. Kind of like an MMO, but yeah, it's static, isn't it not, on Genshin? Except for the weapon. I think the weapon changes, that's it. Did you just mention how I feel about this hobby? Huh? Have you tried Souls games? I have. Is my ass-kicking outfit bitch? Good reference. Is the dielectric grease you're using currently the same as one listed in your kit? Yes. But I got notification that apparently the Loctite grease is sold out yet again. Not by you guys, just apparently Loctite grease is like really hard to get your hands on in the United States. In Canada, we have plenty, but in the United States, you guys don't have any apparently. The Genshin KFC event? What happened during that one? I think Bloodborne is an awesome game. Yeah. Like all those games are really fun. Elden Ring was amazing. I think I'm actually going to go back and I never finished Breath of the Wild, and I think I want to go back and play that game. So I have to set up my Switch for that, but that I stopped playing in the Move here, and then I just put the Nintendo Switch away, and I've been focused on other things, but actually maybe I'll do that today. Maybe I'll play some Breath of the Wild. Sounds actually kind of fun. I don't know, I started watching Walking Dead again, so that's been taking up most of my time, but I wouldn't mind playing Breath of the Wild. I wish I could forget Elden Ring and replay it. Same. The first playthrough was so damn amazing. Loctite grease is damn expensive in Europe, even though their parent company is from Germany. Wait, how much? Can I ask Nork how much it is? Toby, I've been waiting for that game for so long. When is it coming out? At this point here, I've pretty much given up on like expecting that game anytime soon. So let's fucking go. Dude, I've been waiting forever for that game. I'll keep you updated. Thank you. $50 for this? Nork? Listen, if you guys are wondering why I choose Loctite over Permatex, Permatex has this weird characteristic where it separates. So the oils in the grease, compared to Loctite, seem to really separate extremely quickly, leaving a huge stain on the PCB and also making the stab feel like it hasn't been greased up. I find the oils in the Loctite, they do eventually like separate, but the oils seem to dissipate and you don't get huge stains on your PCB. So that's why I wholeheartedly recommend using Loctite. Bub, how you doing, man? How's your weekend going? Hi TM, how you doing, dude? Yeah, so that's my reasoning between the two, if you guys are wondering. Is the US Loctite grease more expensive than DBZ? It should be. I mean, like, dude, this is $10 here. Jishi, thank you so much, man, for the 14 months. I love you too, man.
Guys.
This is like 14 Canadian, 13 Canadian. I think last time I saw this available in the US market, it was $9. And this lasts me like, this will last you like forever. I've only gone through, since I started this hobby, 2 bottles of this. And this is the second one. So, excited to hear that you're doing an Envoy build. I am very pumped up to do that, dude. It's 25 bucks now? Super Loop is fine too. I don't think that like separates as much either, but $25 US? Can I give a shout out to So Crispy with his fire photography? Of course you can. Alright. We have to do this slowly here. I'm not going to put PE foam or anything on this, guys, because I don't care for PE foam, but I am going to do 1 stab at a time here because Wuche stabs, just like every other stab except for Durok's, don't really clip in nicely. I wish Durok made 1.2 millimeter ones. BDZ looks like toothpaste. BDZ is also just insanely tough to apply. Like, it's not tough, rather, but messy. That's why I kind of stay away from that. There are so many flex cuts. I think you're being sarcastic, but yeah, there are too many. We're going to see how it sounds, though. I'm most likely going to start this build with mid-plate foam because... Actually, I don't even know. I don't know how we're going to build this up. All I know is I need this board to sound amazing because I am so excited to build this up. The board looks outstanding. That's where this has kind of got me hooked. Which is the... Oh, wait. I haven't put the other stabs in. Which is just how beautiful visually this board is. Is the best counter to flex cut putting all the case foam? Just putting mid-plate foam is usually enough. You don't have to. There are some keyboards that still sound decent. But I find you have to. Also, if you notice, this keyboard has a weight near the back of the keyboard and not in the traditional middle of it. So we might hear some resonance, some bell-like effect happening from this guy. All right. Happy Sunday, guys. Happy Sunday. Hi, Mod Musings. How are you doing? Oh, the one time I don't want it to be magnetic. Is that the Matthew Encina? It is Matthew Encina. Hello, sir. This is why I really appreciate when they clip in nicer. And this is why I also like clip-ins. So you avoid all this stuff here. I have very shaky hands, so it's always hard for me to do this stuff, but that works. Doing good, just figured out how to spend my Sunday. You're too kind, sir. I hope you mean it's with me, but if not, then I'm curious what you're doing. I am very curious. The Suse, the board I am most sad about missing. Dude, a lot of people say they're super sad about this. Oh, by the way, Alpha, all your switches are done. If you want to actually email me now, all your return info on the email chain of ours, we can get this board shipped out to you tomorrow. Not this board, but the space. The roses turned out perfect. I'm very happy with the roses. Yeah, I have very shaky. If you guys didn't know, I have very shaky hands. Hi, Schwinn. How are you doing, sir? And you have the balls to solder. Soldering doesn't bother me as much because I've learned to kind of like stabilize my hand there. But like screwing in things, I've always had a little trouble with like more finer movements there. What are you planning on putting on your hero? I think the Suse was limited, yeah. I'm doing really well, Schwinn. How are you doing? Have we tried keep tape? I have some of it, but I have not yet tried it. I think there are a few boards where I'm willing to give it a go, but I haven't decided yet.
Got it, Jim, but here's a good luck to the rest of stream. Looking forward to being with you, watching you grow. Hope I can contribute something for you, smile.
Thank you so much, Slurpless. I appreciate the 20, man. Enjoy the gym. I'm excited for this year. I think this year is going to be a big year of growth for us here. But thank you, man. I've been really appreciating the support you guys have been giving me. Thank you guys so much. These are Wuche stabs. These are the 1.2 millimeter ones because the board is the PCB is a bit thinner here. So I decided to use the Wuche ones. I'm planning to try out copper stems. Oh, you're talking, okay, yeah. Dude, I think you're gonna be genuinely really impressed with those NK Cream Plus stems. I know I was. Dang, I'm late. You're good, you're good. First time catching your stream and not just VODs. Much want to say thanks for being the perfect stream to watch while I'm programming. Hey, no worries, dude. I appreciate that you were watching the stream while you're doing some stuff. It's always a good feeling that someone decides to choose this for their background noise. Dude, I don't have enough to do that, but yes, I did try like 1 or 2 switches with the Frankenswitching the Cream Plus stems. They sound really awesome. It's definitely unique. And I will say this, if you're just not into the Cream Pluses, again, bias here because I work for Novel Keys, but I think it might even be worth just to try stem swapping with those particular stems. Suggestion for content: would be cool to see you make YouTube videos of some your go-to lighting setups for photos. That's what I'm going to be doing, mod. That's actually something that's on my to-do list this year is tutorials. Not so much content on like how to build a keyboard and stuff because I don't think anyone cares about that at this point because like we see it live. But like all this is going to be one big tutorial. Like I've completely, yesterday was huge, revamped everything to get more like work use out of this room, including like a little area behind me to work with a laptop. But yes, I will be doing that. I like your idea though about Sunset Moody and stuff like that. That's huge too. I think one of the best tools for that though is this gobo over here with the projection lens, or the gobo like different blinds you can put up, because this is all fake sun over here. None of this is real. We can even change to the sunset right now. This has been one of the best investments I've ever had. Loving the background, like the gobo screens. Yeah, dude, they're so good. They're so good. I think right now the background like of the stream is very like, it feels very homey now. Before it felt very sterile, which I didn't really love, but this is very like homey now. I put a few days ago my modes on the Keyboard Showcase Discord. It's such a good board. Dude, I need to, tomorrow we're gonna be doing that. Oh, my eye is killing me right now. We're gonna have a whole long afternoon. This keyboard, this is bendy, man. Whole long afternoon of going through all these submissions. But thank you, Mod Musings. I appreciate you, man. What is my recommendation for a TKL under $300? The Tata 80 is pretty good. I also really strongly recommend the Tiger 80 Lite or the Tiger 80. I kind of hate how much I love my Sonnet. I'm glad you guys like your Sonnet because I bet Mod Musings feels the same way. It has been a board that I feel like I've been using a lot, and I was kind of hoping that you guys would get it in and also really enjoy it, opposed to maybe me just really fucking liking it. So I'm glad you guys are liking it too, just as much. Everyone I've talked to has been like, bro, this board blows everything else out of the water. New setup review, please. Yes, that's still happening. It's still happening. The next thing we're doing is the soldering, like the absolute next video I have to do is the soldering tutorial because that has been the most asked for video. And then we'll do a setup thing. If I could choose a pillow, if I could choose a keyboard to have on my pillow when I sleep, it would be the Sonnet. Hey, yo. I don't know if I'd sleep on a keyboard. Feels very uncomfortable. Feels like that might be pretty bad. Yeah, I'm constantly going back to the Sonnet like all the time, so I want to learn to solder. Would greatly appreciate that tutorial. Yes, that is, like I said, the absolute must next keyboard. Or keyboard video. These are good to save. I save these now because I don't really use them that often. So for the odd client that doesn't send me one, at least I have some of these. These are shims for the stabilizer. Rarely use them. It's crazy how much you can modify the feel and sound. I think it's my favorite part. PC back with ISO top is my current fave. My current fave is, you know, I have been enjoying it. I have the PC bottom with the copper weight, which I've really been enjoying. But I also have the brass weight with the silver bottom and the green top, which I've been loving. Really interested in the new mode just announced. I think I saw the wooden accent available on it. Yeah, I'm glad they're going to be doing more wood accent stuff, because Mr. Matthew Encina's collab with that was so beautiful. All right, I don't know what we're going to do for foam here. What's all this other foam stuff over? Sponge case foam. So this is all different foams. CR case foam without hot swap cutouts. 2mm, 3mm case foam with hot swap cutouts. Pour on, and then more sponge foam. What's CR? Yeah, I'm probably gonna do mid plate for this. I wish Grovemate would do another key cult collab for a wrist rest. Oh, that was really pretty too. Oh, this is like really, this is interesting. All right, we'll do the mid plate foam, and then maybe we'll throw in some bottom foam here. Just wondering, under what situation would you consider using the PE foam? There is only one, to me, and this is, again, please take this, there's so many different opinions here. There is one situation in which I would use the PE film. And that is if the keyboard sounds like absolute ass. Or just doesn't sound good. Because then you can really modify it with maybe even some tape mod to like sound half decent again. Or just really good. Because it does really change the characteristic of your build. And for something like, and I don't mean it's a bad keyboard, but like the Link 65, I feel like you almost had to use the PE foam in the Link 65. It just didn't sound very good without it. And it's not a knock on the Link 65, because you know it was intended to be built with foam. It just really felt like a limitation of the board. And I do agree, like there are a lot of people who will argue that designers should design without foam first, and foam isn't a modifier. But I have no problem if someone wants to design with foam. It's just in that board there, like it seems like it was designed around flex, and then when you stick every ounce of foam in it, it loses all of that. So it kind of seems like it wasn't designed with clear intentions, if that makes sense. It feels like it was designed with, I don't know, mixed intentions in that case. The material also does make a difference. I've seen people use different types of film. So PE, I've seen people use like EVA film. Each one of them will produce like a slightly different sound profile. I have a feeling today's board, because we are using PC with the mid-plate foam, is going to sound a little bit more, what's it called? Stocky, if you want to call it that. Probably more a little bit less pronounced on the higher end sides. I don't know if the Space 65 came with PE foam, but really glad you didn't use it. It kind of makes the, I don't know, kind of makes the keyboards all sound very similar, and if you have one, then you've tried them all, you know? It's not as fun as some people would make it out to be. I like the way these work. These are like these little gaskets on the inside. They seem to be ribbed as well. And these just slip onto the plate, which is kind of cool. Interesting. Huh? What are you guys talking about? The only concern I have about this is it's extremely flexy. There we go. So really have to put some pressure. Let's actually grab this one here. I liked using PE foam for like 1 to 2 days. I think the PE foam craze it's fun for new people. My opinion about PE foam is it's fatiguing to hear. Like, you might love it for a day or two, but those lower bassier sounds, because that's what they are, they're lower on the frequency, it's fatiguing to your ears, and then eventually you get really tired of it because it's just tired. It's tiring to listen to. It's not like it's bad, it's just tiresome. And I feel like those mid-tones or higher frequencies, like the clackier keyboards, are easier on the ears. And I've seen a lot of people say the exact same thing as me, where it's a fatiguing sound. And I think that's the best way you can put it. It's just fatiguing. Before we get too involved in this, I do want to mod the... Actually, I have another little... I think I have a little bit of... not enough, though. We'll use this one. What tips are you using on my IEMs? I am using I think it's JVC, Spiral Dot Pluses. Probably the best tips for IEMs I have ever used. I had to special order these from Japan though, because it seems like no American vendors or North American vendors have them. But they're also the most comfortable IEM tips I've ever used. Spiral dots are great. Can you get that in chat? I would love to look some new tips for IEMs. They're kind of expensive though. Like, I only own 1 box of them, and I've been swapping them out from IEM to IEM because like they are kind of pricey, but they are the nicest feeling ones I've ever used. What's my opinion on GAT CJs? Actually, really nice. I do feel like they still need lube though. I think a lot of people might argue against, like they don't need lube. I still feel like they need lube. They just need less of it. I think that's the correct thing for me to say there. Less of it, that's all. It's like Oil Kings. I don't mind Oil Kings, but I still feel like you need to lube them to truly get like the big benefit out of them. A lot of these pre-lube switches, there's some exceptions to this. They haven't nailed the lubing of the springs yet. That's where I feel like they're lacking. So you kind of have to go in and lube those. Oh gosh. Yeah, everyone will have their different opinions on them. I know some people who hate my opinion on CJs and Oil Kings, but those are my thoughts. Because even when I got CJs in, people were like, dude, you can't lube these. They're polished. You shouldn't open them. But I don't know. Like, I opened them, I lubed them. I'm like, oh, I like these. CJs are too high pitched for me. And that's why I think for me, I had to lube them as well for like a sound profile wise. They were a little bit on the higher side of things and I didn't love them. I love and hate putting in hot swap switches. Sometimes they go in easy. Sometimes they just don't. Pure berries are nice too. I like pure berries. Ain't nothing wrong with those. I think the GB is live now, last I checked. Again, I'm a week delayed on this because I was supposed to do this last week, but then we had a request to go live a week later. But I believe it's live now or soon. Oh god, dude, I really don't love how flexy this all is. Again, from an installation standpoint, it's a little tough. I was told that you shouldn't lube polished switches because you're doing the polish on it a disservice. That's what I was told. Like, you're kind of like negating the whole reason why it was polished. So, waiting on some Tropical Waters V2. Which ones are those ones? I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of switches that I don't know. The polish just makes the lube even better, in my honest opinion. I could get on board with that. I feel like they do. It does help. I haven't been aboard somewhere, but I love cream sodas. I think they sound great. There ain't nothing wrong with some cream sodas. I would have loved to see a FR4 plate with this or an aluminum plate with this board today, but it's okay. We'll make do what we have. Installation is a little tricky with how flexy this thing is. Highly doubt it unless you bring in parasites in the switch while lubing, dust, hair, etc. Yeah. Dust can really make a switch sound kind of funky as well. What long pull switches do you recommend as my first? Truly anything I feel like is a good choice here. I would probably, like, I don't want to sway you against it, but I would probably avoid epsilon switches for the sole fact that I've only experienced like weird oddities with the epsilons. The only long pull switches I've experienced some issues with. Oh, let's put this aside. Yeah, I would say Punk Shoes is definitely awesome too. I've had good experiences with all his switches. One of my favorite long pull switches is actually the, what is it called? The, wow, green, is it the green tea ones? No. Alex, did you ever put together some switches? No, dude, I never ended up getting any switches. I was supposed to review them and then I didn't get sent any. Oolongs, that's the one. Oolongs are the ones I'm thinking of. I was never sent any, and then I was gonna buy some, but then I feel guilty buying switches because I have so many switches I've purchased over the last few years that I want to just get through the switches I've purchased already. Is that a micro USB port? It's USB-C, and that's the JST. Yeah, the oolongs are good. I still feel like you need to put a bit of GS2 on that or just some 205V0, but you don't really need to do much to make them sound good. And I like the color of those switches. I'm also a big sucker of green switches, just so everyone's aware. I like green switches. Cream sodas are in stock in KeyGem. Are they in stock? I thought they were a group buy still. I made an inventory of keyboard parts recently. Dude, I'm telling you guys, if you guys have been in the hobby for quite some time and you guys are, you know, frequent purchasers of parts, look in your own closet, do some shopping at home. You will find things you probably didn't realize you already had. I am becoming more and more aware of that. When do Cherry Clear tops dispatch? Oh, I'm not too sure. I need to check up on some other stuff. Switch collection goes burr? Yeah. You would be surprised on the stuff you have in your own closet. Novelty still says box streams are restocking Q4 2022. I'll talk to them about it. I'm only using mid-plate foam on my Sonnet and want to try putting in a thin piece of foam. Any recommendations? I mean, I've done the same thing as you, Asif. It sounds good. There's no recommendations I have there. I think that's a good combo of things. Can you do a quick test on the Suse? Let me open up a notepad. I love my Suse. Yeah. My ears are thankful. were you guys in Tim's chat the other night when Tim Keyless, which is another keyboard streamer the other night, guys, was running a contest in his Discord for a free keyboard. All right. And he said anyone who, like, if the chat can figure out how to, everyone's allowed one line or one GIF, you have to do the whole song of All Stars, you know? So Tim didn't say that you couldn't put the whole song in one GIF. So I put the whole song in one GIF. It was 26 megabytes, but I put the whole song in one GIF. He had to change the rules. He never said I couldn't do that. Does putting in the PE foam in the case foam... Wait, does putting PE foam as the case foam of the Sonnet do anything? I've never tried the PE foam, but I've tried like thinner pieces, and it's definitely helped. Because there is a slight bit, depending on the build you do, slight bit of metallic resonance. And it just gets completely eliminated with something super, super thin. GIF or GIF? Dude, I have been saying either way all these years. Like, I just randomly say a random way. I have no particular way that I say it. Wait, what was your favorite board from last year? The Sonnet. The Sonnet is definitely my favorite keyboard of last year. No ifs, ands, or buts. Giraffics? Alright, boys. How do you say giraffe? It's not giraffe. It's giraffe. Alright? And there's an I in front of that. So how do you do it then? What's the argument there?
The original rule was maximum 2 words per person, but a GIF can be more than 2 words if it fits exactly.
Yeah, that's the rule. And Tim fucked up. Oh gosh, I can't seem to get this pressed into place. Nice. There we go. This GIF or GIF thing is actually clarified in a Tom Scott video some years ago. Didn't they say that it's pronounced, like, didn't the guy who made the thing say it's pronounced GIF and not GIF? I thought it was the Kohaku. No, the Kohaku is amazing. But I would definitely say the Sonnet, like, overall, when you really think about what the keyboard that I think got more people into keyboards,
1 year.
It had to be that.
Alexotos, thanks for
Mark,
the amazing
thank you so
content.
much, man.
Looking forward to this year, Alexotos. Woo.
Dude, I am also looking forward to what this year has in store for everyone here. Because I know a lot of you guys were even sharing, like, some of the plans and goals that you guys have personally, and I'm excited to see all of you guys accomplish everything that you guys have put into motion already. The Babylon's floating mount style, I liked the Babylon. I thought that was unique. I enjoy more unique keyboards like that. Like, I feel like they definitely have a soft spot in my heart. The graphics interchange format is not giraffics. Bro, all I know is people get too passionate about this. At the end of the day, does it really matter? My only goal is to meet Alex in person this year. We'll see what meetups I go to this year. I'm definitely going to the Toronto one. Definitely going there. I want to build my first custom keyboard by the end of the year. This hobby scares me, honestly. No, it doesn't have to scare you. You got this. You'll do well. I know it. Come to Detroit meetup. Dude, there's going to be a lot of meetups this year. I already know. I think the keyboard hobby is in I mean, January, February, it's always a bit slower because, like, we come off the holidays and people are recovering still. But I think this year here is going to be a huge year for keyboards. The only scary thing is not controlling your spending. It is scary, but you have to remember that, like everything, it is super important that all of us, listen, little talk again, super important that all of us understand that any hobby, not just keyboards, love the setup now, super clean. Thank you, Luther, I appreciate that. Any hobby is going to have its fill of things we need to, you know, pace ourselves with. With that being said, there is something I use, and I hope a lot of you guys use too, which is called the 3 times rule, which is don't spend, like if something costs $1,000 and you only have $2,000 in your bank account, you shouldn't buy that until you can buy it 3 times over. And that's an extreme example. Like there's no reason ever why you should be spending 1/3 of your bank account on something. And I'm not talking about for a home, food, whatever, like if you need to, but the fact of the matter is be conscious with your money. There's no need to go rush out and buy something that seems hot for now, because it's not going to be hot in a week. It's even if it is hot in a week, something will come out next week that you might like just as much. There is no point. None. Pace yourselves. It's not worth going broke over any single hobby just to be ahead of the game or get something that you want. So just be nice with your spending. I don't know a good word for that. Be nice with your spending. But capitalism, I understand like you get caught up in the FOMO of things too, but you have to be a little bit self-mediating with your own money. You can't put the blame on anyone else or that responsibility. You have to kind of mediate yourself. Thanks for the advice. No problem. You guys know, and I've said this to any regular viewer here, I have been through that path in my life. I was feeling down, and there's reasons why we as people spend money and buy things to make us feel good. The dopamine hits. But I've been through that path in my life where I spent every dollar that I had because I was depressed, and I would go to work, be miserable there, come home, spend the money that I made, the $80 I probably made throughout the day, and on stupid shit, and was like, this is happiness for all of 10 minutes. But it is not worth it. My morals and my whole perspective in life has changed since then, and I agree that you should do stuff that makes you happy, but I also think you should be in a spot where you are financially safe. What should you spend it on? Dude, it was dumb stuff. Literally dumb stuff. It was stuff like, oh, I really want to buy myself a $30 meal today. So I would go spend $30 on a stupid, I don't know, I would go out with a friend and have a beer and some expensive $20 meal. Back in the day, that was living large for me. And so there goes almost half of what I had made for the day on a single meal. And then I would go home and then I would go buy some skins in a video game and this makes me happy. Or I would spend money on some stupid thing that I wanted in my room, or I don't know, a light or some gaming thing, just stupid shit. And it made me happy for all of 5 to 10 minutes, and then I got depressed again. That's how this stuff works. The dopamine wore off. So just now what I realized in my life, and I hope someone else maybe can find some inspiration from this, is the things that I work for mean more to me and give me longer gratification than anything I could ever purchase. There are things I purchase that make me happy, but it's never for very long. And what I've realized, and this is the secret to a lot of this stuff, the items, the physical purchases that make me the happiest are the tools, and this is the key word, the tools that I use to help me create things and to be happy. Not like the video game or the 60 hours of gameplay that I might get in Elden Ring or whatever hours of gameplay. But if I'm buying myself a small, even the shelf, this, it's a smaller purchase and it might make me happy for longer because I'm getting more utility out of it. So there are purchases that can make you happy, but I feel like those are typically tools. Stuff that you will get more than a single day's worth of use out of. And I think there's a lot of self-honesty that has to go into this kind of stuff too. You really have to understand that some shit is just shit and you don't need it. I probably won't win this raffle. That is also it's a crazy way of thinking too.
Hello, Mr.
Ratty.
Alex. Nice new shave there, Alexotos. Amazing.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a good day today. I still have the Kiwi if you want it. What happened? Oh gosh, I heard that. Oh no, that was fine. I thought I heard it crunch. How do you get KBD fans long pole stems? I need to ask Pancake about that because I was looking it up before I started streaming to like link it, and I couldn't find it on their website, but they sent me a bag of stems. If you think about it, my 7V cost me less than $1 a day, and then I've used it for a year and a half straight. That is one way to think about it, but there's also the now. But I do agree, that's also a great way to think about it too. Like, what kind of investment do you get? It's important to find the compensation for what you love. It's important to find the compensation for what you have to go through in life within yourself. It's not a solution to look for things in other people. Yeah, there's a lot of self-discovery that I feel like you have to go through as you grow up, for sure. I completely agree with that. I'm a big believer in making sure that you put those things first. I don't know. Anyways, that's my rant about how you guys should save some money for yourselves. If you guys have any other questions, concerns, comments, please let me know in the chat. I'm definitely scaling back on keep stuff this year since I have to save it for a car. Yeah, dude, it's priorities, right? Like, we all have them. It's part of growing up. Nothing wrong with that. The cool thing about this kind of stuff here is, like, as a community, is we can all live vicariously through people, which is, to a degree, like, I find it fun. Like, there are things that I can never do that you guys do, and I see you guys do it, and I'm so proud of you guys, and I live through you guys, because there's no way in fucking hell I'm doing some of these things. Dude, the kitchen reno, bro, that's another chapter of my life that's gonna come one day, I bet. But renovations and like changing things. Whew. Not right now though. Alex, PC or CF for long poles? Do you want something a bit deeper? If you want deeper, go with PC. If you want something a bit higher pitch, go with CF. Toby, I've tried. Oh my God, I've tried getting into that realm of things. It's not really for me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like Topa keyboards. I never have. It was never really my cup of tea. Wish my gym had better service. Tried to tune in for a bit. It's so laggy. Oh, the Wi-Fi there? Probably really bad. All the metal screwing up with the signals. I'm gonna wait for the siren to stop before we do this. It's not that I hate rubber domes. It's just, maybe because I've never tried to mod it one. I think it's literally on my street. That's the police coming for you? No, it's not police, it's fire truck. Need that ASMR peeling? Alright, let's take a look at this. Actually, we'll do it from this angle. The colors come through nicer like this too. Dude, this is so pretty. Oh man, this is gorgeous. I really want some of this. Even look at the sun here. This is so pretty. Wow. Look at that. Look at the colors, how they just come through on this too. Does this catch fingerprints easily? It looks like it kind of just wipes off pretty normally, but yeah, a little bit. It catches some fingerprints, but let me see, how easily does this wipe off? Easy enough, like I could never see that. I don't know how they did this, to be honest, guys. But this is hella pretty. Oh wait, we have to unscrew it from here. They hid the screws underneath the feet, and they did not use adhesive feet, so point for them there. I genuinely really appreciate that. I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to see. By the way, I'm not sure what kind of finish this is, but there is some sparkles in this. It's a beautiful finish, by the way. It does have a slight texture. It doesn't really feel like Anno. It kind of feels like the Matrix boards. Beautiful finish on this though. What bit do I need for this? The little piece reminds me of the mosaic tiles in the bedrooms for remodels.
Pigger was made for this board.
Stealth Assassin, thank you so much for the 744. Ooh, should we use it for this? I have to take it off the arc then. I don't know what keycap set we're using for this build today. Thank you though, I appreciate you, Stealth. Bear 65v2. Ooh, I don't know what's available for Ergo. Also, hi, Mr. Buddy. Micklin would looks good. Micklin would look good, but I don't have Micklin. Thank you so much for gifting 3 months of subscription to White Summer Buckets. I appreciate you. Oh, does this just come off? Wait, how does this work? What is this? Okay, so these are like little brackets you put into this that hold the feet. Make sure that's left and right. Interesting. Oh, they're like little add-on pieces there. All right, time to see the inside of this. Wait, did I miss something here? Did I miss a screw? Maybe it's just kind of adhered down here. Oh yeah, it's just heavy. Oh, okay, I see how this works. There's more screws underneath this weight. Oh, this is like a separate piece. Interesting. Okay. Put that down for now on the cloth. Very interesting. Dude, they should really consider doing like different colors of that weight too. I'm gonna go on the webpage after this though and figure out what else they're offering for this. Screws for days? It's actually not that bad. There's not many. Oh, this is very light without the extra weight. Look how flat the inside is. Here's the inside of it too on the top frame. Really nice finish even on the inside. Flawless almost. Interesting. Looks like this accent piece can also be interchanged too quite easily with some screws. Interesting. Very interesting. And then I guess how would you put the daughter board in this? Let's find out. If you had to choose between the Geon F2 and the Heracles, I mean, I haven't finished building the Heracles yet, so I'm not positive how I feel about it. So we're gonna figure that out here shortly. But honestly, not sure. Oh, this just sits like this. But the F2, I mean, Geon stuff is fantastic, so. So that just locks into place there, and then we screw it down. I'm assuming, actually, it might be these screws. Flip the weight, I wanna see it while you build. Here, we'll do this. Since I don't need the solder, you guys can have it right here. Move this out of the way for you guys. There's the weight. What a treat. It looks nice. It does look good. Also, guys, can I just say something? I saw the Allen key and then I feel a bit traumatized. Can I just say, fuck IKEA furniture? It's supposed to be easy, but I don't know why I suck at building it. Just fuck IKEA furniture. Skill issue? It kind of is. I feel like it is. But I fucked up like 4 times building shelves yesterday. I think that's what it is. The IKEA instructions. They say it's like supposed to be easy, and then there's 73 steps to build a square cube. I feel like you don't even need instructions. That's what I did for the first one. That is a lie. Elaine, let me tell you. I built the first piece with no instructions. There's apparently numbers on the pieces that are like very lightly printed that I didn't see when I had no instructions in front of me, because I was like, oh, I built one of these before. And each of them has like different little tiny intricate small details, and I almost fucked up the first thing that I did completely. I'll build your IKEA furniture. Can I hire you for that? Can you come in and just help me out? Please, my guy. All right, let's do this. I got trained by Lego. I messed up my IKEA bed frame so bad. Dude, Skulking, I had to do that yesterday too, man. I had to drill my own holes into the shelf because I fucked up the side of things. First stream already getting yelled at. Elaine, I didn't mean to yell at you. Let me tell you though, Elaine, I needed the instructions so bad. I was so bad at doing it, dude. I was so bad. It was terrible. Only IKEA thing I've never followed was the countertop because I made it into a desk. Yeah, like, dude, what's weird is when I'm doing my own thing, I'm fine. The IKEA stuff is weird. But I agree, it's probably a skill issue on my own. IKEA blew Alex's back, huh? Going to sleep now, it's 3:30 a.m. Goodbye, Alex. Thank you for a good stream. Asaph, take care and thank you so much for tuning in. Let's read the build manual before we build a keyboard. Also, Alex, fuck IKEA instructions. Actually true though, dude. On the real, I'm so good at doing like keyboard instructions and stuff like that. Never good with furniture. All right. Interesting gaskets. So let's lay this in. Can we lay this into the top frame? I guess that's the easier way to do this, right? We lay this into here. We're not going to put any bottom foam, just for the time being. And then I wouldn't mind trying some of the bottom foam. IKEA furniture stream went. I should have done it yesterday with you guys. I should have just said screw it and just streamed the IKEA bullshit that I was doing. Actually, this is kind of cool. It's like a top-down, bottom-down assembly of this. It's actually well thought out. I don't mind this at all. Sometimes you need to like flip it over and then seat it into place because things move. Actually quite nice. Instead of a board, can I commission you to build some IKEA furniture? I don't think you want that, dude. I don't think you want that at all. I don't think anyone wants me to build IKEA furniture for them. I think I should be fired from that. Can't sleep watching you again? Thank you for being here, Asif. But if you need to sleep, dude, I would definitely recommend maybe tuning out for a little bit, turning off the phone, closing your eyes. Sometimes it's harder to sleep when you have like gadgets in front of you. Are you not that guy? I'm not that guy, dude. All right, let's put this back on. So let's just slide into place. How does this work? Is there like a little lip underneath? Sorry guys, I'm just gonna see how this works here. Oh yeah, there's a little lip underneath here. So this has to just get pushed into it. However, I don't think I'm lining this up right. Am I? No. I am definitely not lining this up right. Come on! Monk S, we're fine. There's like a small little lip underneath of it that I can't seem to insert this thing in. Scary. Yeah, a little bit. How did it go in so nicely and take out so nicely, but this doesn't want to go in? Don't scratch it. It's not being scratched. Chill. It wasn't even that hard. What the fuck is this? Does this not go in? Hammer time? It goes in nice on one side, and then it seems to not want to be pushed in on this side. Like at all. See how this side here, I don't know if you guys can really tell. Do you need lube? What if I do like this and then... What is... Try it with the harder side first. They're both easy to get in. It's just once one goes in, it seems like the other one doesn't want to. Just use force. I don't wanna. All right, there's one side. Oh, no, did not get that. Is it just warped? Okay, that goes in. Try to flex. I don't know, maybe look at the instructions. Wish I had some. No, it's not going in with force either. Oh. Okay, we got it. That was a little, I think the tolerances, because I saw some of the paint being like scraped off on the inside. That was a little tough on the paint there. Does this go in this? No. This goes here first. This was this side. This is this side. That's scary. Yeah, a little bit. I thought he legit cracked it. No. I don't think this would crack. It's made of aluminum. All right, and then I think I'm missing 2 screws in the bottom here. Are you gonna build either of the new tofus? I want to. I wouldn't mind. But that weight is too good. Hello, Marcia. Yeah, its weight's pretty. A little tough to put back in though. Really easy to take out. A little awkward to put back in. Here, I'll show you guys the weight one more time before we flip it over and build it. Yeah, I mean, I was just touching this, by the way, guys, and there's no fingerprints on it. You can kind of see some, I guess, but they're really tough to see. So as for fingerprints, it doesn't seem like it's really getting affected all that much. Here, a little closer for you guys. Very, very pretty. You know what? I'm not too sure the process of how they did it, but it's very pretty. Snoopy, thank you so much, bro. It does look a little Nordic, I will admit. I don't know the full like history and all this. Like this looks like the Yggdrasil tree. And this kind of looks like Odin's hammer. So I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure at all. This doesn't really remind me of like Heracles at all. It looks, again, more maybe the wrong thing here, but I'm unsure the design of this. I'm offended. Okay, Chozo, you know what? Don't come into my chat and be offended for something I don't know how to pronounce. Yggdrasil, whatever. I'm trying my best out here, okay, guys? I'm trying my best out here. This weight has never reminded me of Greek. It's Nordic to me. Yeah. How do you pronounce it? Frick, you let me be offended. Okay, these feet are kind of tough to put in though. Those were fine, but... Peppo Riot? Okay. The only thing I would suggest for these feet... Okay, this one here went in fine. Why is this one here going in nice? Oh, it looks like you have to do like one at a time. So they get pressure put in. Actually, pretty nice. I kind of would have preferred. Hey Gio, how you doing? Maybe white silicone here, or like bait or cream or something. Because I'm sure they can get the silicone to be like that, right? I don't know if I love like the black strips here on the bottom. How do you guys feel about this? Okay. Ooh, look at the top of this. Beige would be nice. Are you guys still Peppo riding? This is the Canadian Superman. That is Canadian Superman Gio Ren. Muscles and abs for days. If you guys are asking how I know about the abs, don't worry about it. I'm so... Huh? I would type more about how much I like the look of this board, but it's hard to do it with one hand. That's true. Brown Bear.
Happy New Year, Alex.
Thank you, dude.
Hope you're having a great day.
I'm having a pretty good day today. This is a chill day today. I really like the way this looks. It's hard to tell. I'm telling you, this is a U80. Okay, but the U80, hold on, let me go Google the U80 really quick. The U80 doesn't have this inner frame on it, doesn't it? Oh, I just typed in backslash. No. Yeah, it doesn't have the inner frame. A thin bezel board is consumed. Oh, read the entire message. Guys, I think I've angered the mods. Welcome to my world. I think I've angered our moderators, guys. Beige? Yeah, I'm gonna use a beige set. I don't know what set I'm gonna use though, man. I feel like so many keycap sets would look good on this though. I am gonna use this though. This artisan. You know what's crazy to me? All these flex cuts and this keyboard is not flexy one bit. Noir? Noir would look pretty good on this. I was thinking we use something completely beige. It's not flexy at all. That's where I'm saying, like, I don't know why people put flex cuts in things. Like, it almost feels like that was an afterthought of just like, CRP? Spellbook? Spellbook would look nice. How about this? Chozo, do you want to make a poll for Spellbook versus... I don't know. Some other set? Oh, let me figure out. Go Spellbook? What do we want to do? I don't know. GMK Red Samurai. I don't have Red Samurai. Red would kind of slap. So nice.
It's because you those are making it sound thin cuts, not flex cuts.
I'm thinking Spellbook would be a good option for this. Now to find where I put Spellbook. We could do Spellbook. Pull up. Let's see. Chozo's doing a beige battle. Some CRP set. I need to get this board. Oh, CRP or Spellbook. GMK Lux? I don't know if Lux would look that great on this, to be honest. I know, so frick it. Yeah, I agree. Hey, I don't know if Lux will look that good on this. This t-shirt is from Teha. I wish I had GMK Civilizations. I feel like Civ would be the perfect set for this, but I don't have it. You're allowed to use all the accents there are? Wow, thank you. I appreciate you. Do you have merch of your own? I do, but there's other new ones that will be coming out later this year. So if you guys want to get like this batch, which will be discontinued, go for it. But there's going to be nicer ones coming out at the end of the year. Or this year, not end, but sometime this year. What IMs are you rocking? I'm not using an amp or DAC anymore, but I am using, oh god, what are these called? Mangard Zen's Up. Voynich? I don't have that. Chozo has that set. Philip said it's because those are making this. Oh, not flex cuts. What DAC am I using? No DAC, just the Mac Studio. Oh, so looks like Cherry Spellbook is indeed the winner. Well, at least I think it is. What's the difference between these? Oh, one's a 6. Is it a 6? Yeah, one's 6. I think I might open this back up though, guys, and remove that gasket underneath the spacebar because I don't like how stiff it feels. That's a chunky board. It is quite big, yeah. No F13 on this. We don't use this guy. B. I feel like this is a nice set for this. If you had Voynich, that would be super cool. Yeah. I unfortunately don't have it. There's a lot of keycap sets I still really want to pick up. I just don't know when I'm ever going to get them. Read message. Who do you lie and say that I own? Don't you own Voynich, Chozo? I thought you said you owned it. That's just me misremembering then. I swear to God you did. Does the UA Volt not have a built-in amp? I don't use it though. Like I don't use the monitor part of the Volt. One is too yellow for this board. Looked at it but didn't buy it. Oh, maybe you mentioned it. Charles, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but they were showing me the what's it called? New Winnie the Pooh themed set. And I don't know if you were into Winnie the Pooh at all, but it looks absolutely stunning. I think it looks amazing. Still can't sleep? I make it the Winnie the Pooh set. It is really pretty. Well, I'm here to keep you company if you can't sleep. Why is putting keycaps on so satisfying? I don't know. It is quite satisfying, huh? No, it was called Thousand Acres. Was this just a 1,000 acre set? Oh dang. Would be nice on this. It'll be kind of nutty. KW, oh, 100 acres, not 1,000, my mistake. 100. Okay, you know what? Chill out, Chozo. Yelling at me today, man. He's caps locking it up. My brain isn't as good as it used to be. Beige lad. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you for being here, dude. Thank you, bro. Appreciate the raid. Inflation has warped Alex's sense of landmass. Yes, it's true. Oh, I don't need the other B. I don't know if you guys have seen what's been happening in Canada, but they're saying this was like in line with other things, but there was like a chicken that was going for, it was chicken breast too, but it was chicken breast going for $27 a kilo or something like that. Dude, I don't know how anyone can afford to live anymore, man. It is absolutely wild to me. Like, it is so crazy. Bub, was Blur in the middle, or was Blur here, or which one was which for all these? I don't remember. We got the 500. Blur is super. Oh, I don't know, man. Dude, buying food right now is like not the most fun task in the world because you kind of have to just buy what's on sale, unfortunately. Is Alter Conjure an Alter for... Oh, Alter's Control. Okay, hold on, let me switch that. I just don't remember. Sorry, bub. 4-pack of chicken breast for less than $10? They're saying it's like for their premium chicken or whatever it was, but like at the end of the day, man, like that still is crazy that it's that price for some chicken. If you don't buy what's on sale, you're rich. Kinda, dude. I went grocery shopping for just a bit of things yesterday. Oh, Alter's Alt. Okay, my mistake. Free range, grass-fed, peer-reviewed. Yeah, kinda. It's wild though, man. It is pretty crazy. I can't remember how the bottom row of this goes. Let's put this here. Fuck it. Head to a butcher. Usually they have much better. Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been doing. We've been going to grab stuff from like a butcher if we decide to get meats. But even that's been pretty... your B is off. Oh, it's one off. Even that's been kind of like few and far between, because even that's kind of expensive. That's been super pricey too. Happens to the best. Yeah. Thank you guys for understanding. Rice and lentils all day, baby. Flux goes one more to the right. Got you. What's Flux in replace of? Is that supposed to be like the function key? 100 Acres looks so good. It is super cute, right? Gosh, these stems are super hard to get off. Leia's tab, I'm pretty positive because of the symbols. Much better. Where is this set? I must see it. Does someone have a link for Mr. Chozo? Did you watch Winnie the Pooh growing up, Chozo? I don't think I saw your answer for that. Gonna get 100 acres for my girlfriend. By the time it comes, it'll be a surprise for both of us. I think so. My mom and I were huge into it. That's gonna be cute then. Should see if she wants a set too. That'd be really cute, actually. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll get my mom a set too. I think that would be a cute gift for like a mom. Just a nice like Winnie the Pooh themed keycap set. That'd be super cute. Oh, I used barred and non-barred. It's okay. Figure that out later. Kind of want the artisan that says oh bother. Oh bother. Oops. Cute. Okay, this stuff here, I don't remember what this is, so I'm gonna have to look it up. If it comes for Mother's Day, go it, son. Mother's Day is how far away? The set container, you have keycaps in it. It looks like the perfect size for full set plus novelties. It is. If you guys want to know what this set container is, it's in my exclamation point kit list, and it's under the one that says storage. For anyone who wants to know. Or just exclamation point kit. Sorry, not kit list. Just the list for my kit stuff. Would you recommend the Frog Mini? So, you know, I still haven't built a Frog, so it's really hard to say whether or not I can recommend it. But I mean, like, if it's anything like the original Frog, it's still a pretty good keyboard. Some people here might have better reviews than I would. Hi, Wild Wolf. How are you? Frog Mini has a better spacebar. I've been told that as well. I bought the containers because of Alex and I love them. I get rid of even the nicer GMK set, or even the nice trays lately I've been getting. I just get rid of them. The only ones that I keep are the ones from KBD fans. Oddly enough, those are the only ones that that stick around in my collection. Want to help me lube these 288 Cream Plus switches? Do I have to? Do you actually need help with them, Skull King? Dude, I'm so over looping switches this week. I did over 180 switches for Alpha for his commission, and I think I did over 200 switches for myself this week. So I think I'm pretty good. Huh, Chozo? I'll overlube you? Why is Chozo being sussy today? Huh? Chozo? I dare you? Dare me to do what? Use Mind Lock Cap? Where is it? Soren. Where is it, Soren? Your mod is down bad. It's the purple one? Mind Lock. Purple one. It's right there. Guys, what does right there mean? Oh, this one. Wait, where do you want this? Where do you want this? Mind Lock? Where do you want this at? Instead of scroll? You can put that there. I haven't gotten there yet. The keyboard I have plugged in is called the Suse. Spellbook gonna look really nice on this. I think it looks really pretty on this. I think this is the perfect set for this, to be honest. It's a nice like splash of color. I think GMK Civilization probably would have been more on theme. I still am a little bit confused on the naming scheme of this board because it does seem to have more of like a Nordic vibe on the back piece. It's still a pretty back piece. And then this lion fits more of the Heracles thing. So, Hollywood, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Civilization would have looked really good. Ooh, alpha or mod for that, guys? That I don't know. Alpha or mod? Speaking of Heracles, my name is only 2 letters away. Heracleo? Am I pronouncing that right? I'm the worst at pronunciation, so if I'm pronouncing that wrong, then I apologize. Where's my A? There it is. Use alpha, mod tilde, alpha tilde. There's a lot of divisive answers here. Conjure, and then we need one more alter. How to find that? All right, now, oh, and the number 1. Where's the number 1? 1. No, this board's gonna run. It hasn't run yet. I am gonna open this up though and remove that bottom gasket because I do not like the way that feels in here. And actually, let me look up this set really quick. PBT spell book. Oh, that did not work. Novel keys, keycaps, die sub, PBT. And let's look at Cherry Spellbook. Oh yeah, it's on sale. I forgot, it's only 65 bucks. And this goes, so let's put Mind Lock here, mirror image here, and then, okay, no, we don't need these. This is for delete. Sorry as I go through all these guys. Do we need a tone? I think we need a tone here. That's right profile. Slow. It's the wrong profile for slow, but it's okay. I'll figure that out. Nope. Banish. Haste. And then we need hearth. What do we need here? Encode. Oh, this is the right slow here. Oh, I have you guys covered right now. Can you try purple spacebar? Yeah, I can try the purple spacebar here in a second. Fizzle cast goes here. All you can eat sushi. Hear me out. Swap the tilde to the potion cap drink. This one? Sure, I'll do that for you, Soren. How is that? And then I'm missing, what's this one here again? What am I supposed to put there? Encode? Where is encode? I don't even see encode. It's right there. Bro, where? It's on the desk somewhere. Encode. Galage. Oh my god. You guys keep saying right there. I don't know what right there means. Hey, listen, guys. Just no one say anything. All right, just enjoy the stream. Come on, just come on. Enjoy the stream. That's all you guys need to do. Purple or nah? Purple actually doesn't look too bad. Purple or no purple? Nah? Beige? Okay, I will say I definitely think there's a bit of resonance here, as I expect it, because there is no weight on the bottom of this, just that little piece in the bottom there. But still a very pretty keyboard. I probably wouldn't pick this up if you're looking to get like your ultimate sound profile of like clackiness out of it. But we could do a bit more modding. Very, very awesome looking board though, with all the keycaps on it and stuff. This is the behind view. We will take a closer look. I'm going to do some further tuning to this before we end stream. Check out Beasley's message about keycaps. Do they want to link it again? Very pretty. I did use the plate foam, but I have not used anything else. So I probably will stick in some bottom foam on this and see if it does anything. But let's see what this sounds like. Let's go back to this view. So this is just with plate foam, PC, long pole switches, PBT keycaps. I will try a ABS keycap for you guys. Let's plug this in. So I will try some of the other stuff. My vendor wants to offer you a production set of 100 acres. I would love one. Beasley. I would love one. I have a feeling I like the mods. It's just the spacebar, and I have a feeling it's just the gasket I need to take out. No, I think we can salvage this. It's the spacebar. It's resonant all over though. I don't think force break is the issue here. These all sound fine. These are okay. It's not a bad thing. I think I would just like to clean or tidy this up a little bit sound-wise. Okay, it's the spacebar. The spacebar's throwing me off of whack here. Type's nice though. Okay, let's see if we can fix that up, shall we guys? Now comes the fun part of the stream. Let's take off these. Overall though, typing's fine. I do not see a need for all those flex cuts. If they're if
10 months
Kausera is watching this,
glad
Burrowing Owl, thank you,
time
dude.
to catch this. Happy Sunday, Alex.
Happy Sunday to you as well, dude. I hope you're having a good one today, man. And Lance, thank you so much. I appreciate the tier 1. And also, thank you. I like the shelf too. I don't think the flex cuts are necessary at all in this case because it's not flexy.
Nice shelves.
Thank you again. So if you want my advice on like what to do with this board, I think removing the flex cuts or limiting the flex cuts to 1 or 2 horizontal cuts on the PCB is probably the better of the moves to make on this particular keyboard. I like the overall design. I love the finish of the keyboard. I think the design on the back though doesn't really line up with what I thought the keyboard was, which is supposed to be Greek. This seems a bit more Nordic. Oh boy, now to remove this thing again. I would also suggest, I know this might take away from the keyboard design itself, but adding some sort of, even if it's internal to a certain degree, I think adding a piece of brass or some sort of different density metal in the center opposed to just on the end, because this is a very common trend of keyboards that kind of rely on a more further weight. Please send it to me for examination. Sounds good, Chozo. I will, my friend. God, this is tough to take out though, I will say that. Did I get all the screws? We did. Let me move this out of the way for the time being. Bottom left screw? Oh, I did miss one of the screws. Good eyes. Thank you, dearie. I don't think actually adding the don't know if now that we've opened it once, I don't think I love the USB-C on the top frame. Okay though, let's get rid of the gasket on this bottom one near the spacebar. So we're gonna remove that gasket. And then I am gonna see which ones we can use here for bottom ones. Let's see what we got. There's a lot of choices. I think we'll use something a bit more thicker. What do we got here? So there's some different styles we can pick here. But I'm just gonna go through them and pick what I think might be the best. My cables, I get them from a few different places. I will tell you guys here in 1 sec as I go through all this. I think I want to do a combination of 2 things. That's a 4mm sponge. Interesting. Let me open some of these guys up. They give a lot of different options here at the bottom. Why are there so many? Because they're different materials. This is sponge. You guys can kind of see it from the camera. So this is a lot less dense. This is also sponge. This is CR. I'm not sure what CR is. CR seems to be a more dense version of this. Has a little bit more of a sponginess to it. Maybe we'll use the CR one. Yeah, you know what? Let's try the CR one. And then if anything, we can use the Poron afterwards. Azim, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hi, Alex. How are you today?
Thank you, dude. I'm doing well. I'm just building a keyboard today, you know. Chilling out with everyone here. I'm not going to use the hot swap cutout one, though. Let's try this guy. I don't want to go with Poron because Poron seems to be might be a bit too dense. I feel like that might be a bit boring. Did I lose one of the gaskets here on the side? Where did it go? When I opened it up. Oh, it fell on me. Okay, now let's screw it all back together. Hi KTR, how you doing? On the Cream Plus switches, I'm noticing a very small amount of loop only on the leaf. Like there is some pre-lube on the leaf? Is that what you're saying? Like pre-added lubricant there? I didn't notice anything like that on my sample versions of them. Derp. This already looks heavy. It is quite heavy. Even like this, it has some weight to it. Sunday key review. Do you guys want to do that still? Should we do the Sunday review? Look at your submissions here. Instead of doing it tomorrow. Have we tried the WS Aurora switches? Yeah, they're totally fine. I think they're definitely one of the better pre-lubed switches. Factory lubed stuff. That makes a lot of sense. I enjoy them. Okay, we'll look through some of them today. I do have to go do some grocery shopping afterwards, but we'll do this today with you guys. All right, let's see if it's easier coming in or going in the second time here. Or is it just as awkward? Oh no, much easier this time around. I guess it maybe was like a paint thing. What are my thoughts on marshmallow switches by Thick? Oh, I love the marshmallow. Actually, that's actually on my list to buy some more of. My actual Lucy keyboard. Okay, I'll go look through some today. If we want to do that, let's do some of those today too. Let's put our feet back on. It's loosey goosey now. A little bit. The best factory loop switches. Aren't they actually hand looped though? From what I was told, they are hand lubed, right? Or is it not hand lubed? Because I was told they were actually some of them were actually hand lubed. I don't know if they have like a different system in play for those. Is that a weight or an accent piece? It's a weight, but it doesn't really do much like a traditional. Ooh, that's totally different sound profile now. Oh, the wire got caught over there. Let me go fix that. I don't like the way that looks. This is why I did not like that. Fell through somehow. Wire saying hi? I don't know how that happened. Thought I put it on nice. Looking like an art piece? No, it's right up against the top piece. It's not even like stretched out or anything, so it'll probably just like slip through as we put the thing back on there. You want some boobas for your board? No, I'm good. No boobas. I am A-okay. It's now a Greek cyberpunk thing with the wire pumping out? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, from the assembly standpoint, now that we're building it like back and forth, there is some, I guess, weird technical things about this. Are you still getting the Carolina fossil? Yeah, it's actually with me. Lots of case resonance. With this guy, a little bit, yeah. There definitely is more case resonance than I'd like with this board. Oh, I see what happened. It just like slipped through over here. There we go. Now we're good. Gasket came off? Did it? No, we left one of the... Oh, this gasket came off. It did come off, huh? I think I would have preferred a top-down assembly for this, considering the weight of this keyboard. I would have much preferred that instead of this. Because with keycaps installed, it does raise up. We good otherwise? We are. Sad talk? I don't really know. There's not really much to be sad about right now, though. I think we're all in pretty good spirits. Are you guys doing okay? A little checkup on all of you guys. No, I don't have any current plans to review the Killer 65. You're sad, Drifter? What's going on, buddy? What's happening? I'm doing good. Started a new role at my job and enjoying it. That's huge. I know we do keyboards here, but honestly, guys, I'm more interested in what you guys are doing and like what's going on in your guys' lives. And if you guys are doing well, keyboards are background noise. I'm doing all right. School's a bit shit though. Almost in university. Are you in high school right now? Sad I missed most of the stream. It'll be up on a VOD. It's actually up right now if you technically want to go and watch it all. I feel better once I have my breakfast. Vegemite on toast. I've yet to have Vegemite. I've heard it's a bit of an acquired taste. I got my Sonic yesterday. Yes. I'm nervous to get this board now after watching this. We can see. I mean, I think it'll probably still sound good with this. I don't think it'll sound bad. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot better with this. I think you'll do well, KTR. You just got to like, really just keep applying yourself. That's all. Is this not lined up properly? No, it's not. Just try your best. Is Bub leaving? Bye, Bub. Take care, dude. Alright. Is this not going in there? Hello? Is this the wrong side of it? Are these meant to go on certain sides? Is this like a left and right thing? What's going on? Is it not aligned still? Yeah, assembly on this board is little to be desired. I think there are some points of issues on this for sure. What is going on this side? Why is this not closing? Yes, it is very pretty. It's a very pretty design, but seems like there's a few pain points on assembly for this that I would like to see resolved. Yeah, that is the problem with a lot of little pieces. There we go. Just need to be pushed in a tiny little bit more. Souring on this board. I'm not really soured per se. I would like to just see some refinements. So here's my list of things I would recommend for this board. I would recommend first of all, removing all the flex cuts on the PCB. I think they're kind of pointless. They kind of force you into a foam dynamic on the board, which I feel like is very one-track mind thinking with like how you're gonna design a board when you're forcing people into using foam. I think if they were to use all those flex cuts, the weight system on the bottom to better chop up that sound needs to be reconsidered. Wait, is it actually already sold out? Oh. Like, this sounds a lot better. A lot better. Now that we've taken out the bottom gasket here, I can already see some of that flex has come back here on the bottom. Sounds a lot more natural too. It doesn't hurt. So the thing when you're putting a gasket or any sort of mounting point underneath the spacebar, you can feel it. And usually feels like shit. Because you can feel like your thumb hitting something more solid. That what material did we use again? It was like ACR or something? That semi-spongy foam thing. That seems to have nullified most of the resonance. Which I don't mind that they use something like a foam for the bottom opposed to like Poron. They did offer Poron, but Poron usually is a bit more dense. I think another pain point for me is I think the initial assembly is very easy, but I think reassembly on this board is a little bit tricky if you still have the keycaps on it. Can you try an ABS spacebar? Yeah, we can do a whole typing test. But I think if they were to do a second run or a second round of this, I would have liked to see that. But otherwise, the board is absolutely stunning looking. Very, very pretty.
My pain point is how
handsome. Ooh.
Big love.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Wait, you guys want to see a GMK spacebar? Let's grab a random GMK spacebar. I don't think I have. I do not have one of these. What's going on? Why are these both off-centered ones? These are 6Us. Hold on. What stabs do you use for the for this? Stabilizers? I use Wuche. Hold on. The keyboard or Alex? Thank you, dude. It does sound really good with the GMK spacebar. Ooh, wait, I actually kind of like that. All right, so the changes we made, it looks like you kind of do have to use one of those bottom foams. So the nice thing about that though is, again, we didn't use the Poron for the bottom. This doesn't sound foamy. The alphas a little bit, but I think that also is attributing to the PC plate. I don't mind that at all, though. Full ABS? Like swapping to full ABS? It probably will sound pretty good, but I don't mind this either. Doesn't sound foamy, but it also doesn't sound as big as TKL should. It definitely has foamy aspects of it. Like, I think it's kind of in that middle point, that middle ground. Kind of like how I built that one Sonnet with a little bit more foam, and it feels a little bit more foamy. I don't mind this at all, though, guys. This is pretty nice. It does lack some of the reverb. But I think, again, some better changes in the future would be more centered weight, or at least extending the weight down into more of the board, so more of it gets that different density of metal. I appreciate all the different foams that come with it. I like the gasket mounting system. You can just take off tabs you don't want to use. That's totally fine too. So I enjoy that. I think that's awesome. Assembly, I thought it was a little bit easier at first, but deceptive. Once you actually get going with this a second time, it becomes a little bit more tricky. Quality is fantastic of this. Really, really like that. And then the last thing, like we had already mentioned, I think the PCB should be less flex cuts. Again, we've only removed one gasket, but like if you guys closely look at this, I'm really pressing hard, but under normal typing circumstances, this feels pretty standard fare of a gasket mount. And I think there's just too much happening on the PCB that it doesn't really matter that they're there. But this is a very common mistake that I see people make with PCBs. Just adding way too many flex cuts for no reason. It's actually more detrimental to the board's sound and limits the way that you can kind of build this for people who are going for certain sound signatures more than anything. One flex cut or two flex cuts horizontal right over here is usually all you need. At least that's my experience with building keyboards these days. Flex cuts back at it again. Kinda, yeah. But other than that, man, like I have to admit, beautiful looking keyboard. I am happy with this current sound signature. I'm also happy with Spellbook on it. This is something that I can see myself using. It is very, very pretty. It's comfortable. It is comfortable. It's a little higher than I'm used to, but it is quite comfortable. How much was this guy again? The Heracles? Did they have a price point for it? Looks like they did have some different color schemes, which is what? This cream and a black? Was it $375? I'm just pulling up their website right now. It's already, so it's already sold out? Interesting. I do like this color more than the black though. The black was, the black was more expensive, it looks like. Can't do anything about it. At $375 for this is not bad. It truly isn't. It is not bad at all. 170 units of first come, first serve. No advanced GB, another GB with vendors. Okay. Sounds good, Bleezy. Again, just those points. If someone was purchasing this board and said, I wanted this sound signature with something a bit more chunky looking, I think this is well done for what it is. But I think to make it to the next level, I'd like to see those changes being made. I really would. Because I think if this had a standard PCB with a little bit more options for plates and it still had all the foam it came with, you can do so much more with this. I think there'd be so much more potential with how you can build this up properly. You know what I mean? But other than that, not bad. I do think you almost are not forced, but kind of forced to use that bottom foam. Beautiful finish. Even this is a really nice finish too. I don't know what finish this is, but just like it's like a rose champagne on the inside. Very pretty. This might be on my desk for a little while. Again, I kind of like the way this sounds right now. Well, the H, I think I bent a pin there. I like it. I did bend a pin. All right, guys, I'm actually gonna do a few minutes of looking at your guys' keyboards. That's a big boy. Yeah, it kind of is. Let's take a look at some of your keyboards. Let me open up Discord. Oh my gosh, the tiredness is hitting me. All right, and let's look at some of your guys' stuff. Photo area for Sunday. It has been a little while, so we're gonna take a look at some of your guys' things. Cameras. Let's see. Is any of these active for it? Discord. Okay. Don't look at how many missed messages I have. Don't worry about that. You guys don't need to worry about it. Just ignore it. It's a lot of notifications. Yes, it is. It is indeed. All right, let's see. Does this look good when I open up a photo? Yeah, we're good. All right, guys, let's take a look at some of your stuff here. Judgment, okay. What did you guys feel about the board, though? Before we finish doing all the rest of this stuff here, what did you guys think? Did you guys like the Heracles? Again, I would have liked the Heracles to have more Greek themes on the back. I feel like it's very Nordic, but it's still pretty. If you don't take it as the Heracles and take it as something else, I guess. Don't quite like the sound, but damn, it's pretty. Yeah. Too pretty for it to sound meh. Do you think it sounds kind of meh? It's in between. Again, I don't mind the sound signature, but I do think this is kind of like one-sided for sound signatures. KTT Peach Alex. KTT switches might make it sound pretty good. Can we see the butt again? Yeah, of course. Let's take a look at the butt one more time before we. Oh gosh, it's so heavy. There's the side profile of it again. If you guys want to take a quick look everywhere. I like this little shoe thing on it. I like that. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. There's the back. I think an aluminum plate, or at least an FR4 plate, would be better than this PC plate. I think it definitely needs a little hint of something more to kind of accentuate some of the characteristics of the board. All right, let's take a look at your guys' builds now, shall we? Okay, let's take a look. First up, we have Curry with a Keycap 265 commission. This is from a while back, guys. I've missed a few Sundays. Let's take a look though. Curry, this is beautiful. Logo filled in with Cerakote. I have always wanted one of these backs for this. Always, but I've never been able to get my hands on one. Yeah, PC plates are hit and miss, I agree. Beautiful though. It's so pretty. All right, next up we have the Tomo Titan Gray. Very nice. Striker works really well on this. Are those machining marks? Yeah, so what they do here is, I don't know the exact process, but it's machining marks and then they anno on top of it, or they dye. I don't know how they get the coloration effect on this, but it's to give this beautiful pattern. It almost looks 3D, but it's very pretty. The Deox with the Gok Ven and GMK Retrocast. You know, this is a surprisingly nice combination of things. Also a very nice photo. I like the lighting on this. Very nice, Zeph. Very, very nice. That's a bad one to start with. The rest are going to look a bit meh now. No, not at all. Look at this one. Beautiful semi keycaps. What board is this? Guys, if you guys can, include the board. Oh, this is a sonnet. Wait. Did they offer a white accent for the sonnet? I don't remember that. Hex 4B. I like your desk. Your desk setup's so pretty. Do you guys want to do that soon too? Do you guys want to do desk setup stuff too, and I can look at those? I'm so down for that. Okay, we can think of another day for that. I really like your desk setup. I like seeing other people's inspirations for desk setup. This is so pretty. Wait, let me look at this one more time. It's so clean. I think the legs of the desk too I kind of like. White accent will be discontinued. Oh. Yeah, I want to see desk setups too. We'll do some of those too. Very, very nice. FR, Zeddy. Oh, baby. I love the sonnet builds. What set is this? Is this GMK Olive? No, is it? This is a beautiful looking keyboard though. 9's looking good. Ooh, you got a really nice multicolored weight accent too. Very nice. Doc, I'll throw in my sonnet as well. Gotta love the sonnet builds, guys. Gotta get another Discord channel now? Yeah, we'll do another Discord channel for the setups. Love it, dude. Also, these chargers, these mag chargers, so handy. Adding the sonnet spam, GMK civilizations. Oh, this is what I wanted to do with one of the sonnets, by the way. GMK civ plus a sonnet. I think this is so pretty. I need to get civilization. I need to just get off my ass and purchase the set. Beautiful looking. P3DX Rain Keeps the Hubris with DSS Neon Knights. Hemu Trash Linears, I've never heard of those ones. Polyplate Top Mount, Baby Blue Cerakote. I am a sucker for baby blues. Sucker. Did you see the wood accent sonnet? It's super dope. It is very, very pretty, yeah. I've seen that one there. Crystal Koi. I'm not sure what keyboard. Is this a mode as well? But I love the color scheme. I like the very light keyboards. Love it. First build finished today. We got GMK Samurai. With which board? I'm not too sure. But very pretty. I like GMK Samurai. Pretty classic set. It's a shame the kitting on Samurai is kind of ass. Texture sprayed. Wait, that's kind of cool. That's actually really nice. Mattis, what kind of texture spray? Like, did you do this yourself? My first foray into keyboard, I thought you were going to say into keyboards, and then I was going to read a TGR Jane. I was like, feisty, there's no way you got a Jane for your first board. That's insane. But first foray into keyboard photography. Any feedback on the build or photos? Okay, let's take a look at your photos here. One thing I would like you to try to look at, I think the photos are great. One small piece of advice to anyone taking pictures of anything like product-wise, try to come back out a little bit because you can always crop in, right? You don't need these images to be like print quality unless you are. Try to back out a little bit. Get more of the scene. That way there you can always crop in, and if you end up liking having a bit more of margin around your product shot like that, this is really pretty. Oh yeah, also for this, I would even experiment with using photo stacking with this. Photo stacking is essentially just taking different points of focal planes on your shot and then merging them all together. Beautiful, beautiful coloration of everything though. I really like that. Like, I like the theme of how the colors are all hitting each other here. I like the reflection. This looks good. Even if the scene's messy, I would find some way to add some depth to it, Whether it be... I should do a whole tutorial on this. See what okay, here's a great example. This is a great shot, I feel, because even though the scene could be technically messy with all the lights and chords everywhere, because it's out of focus and there's some depth, I feel like you still could get that nice shot with everything in focus, but maybe you don't need it for this guy. And then also having a really, strong depth with a messy scene can really clean it up for what you're trying to do. So that could be elevating the keyboard, adding things in front of it or in the background. Really help clean that up. Thank you so much for the follows, by the way, guys. Ooh. The sonnet with suited is it suited? Yeah, this is suited. Nice. I want to see a top one of this stealth. What IMs am I using? I'm using Mangered Zenza. Pink and beige is always a hot combo. Dude, I haven't seen one of these boards in some time. This is the, this is from TX, right? This is the, oh my God, what is this one here called again? This was like dirt cheap back in the day too. This was so inexpensive and it was such a good set. The EO 87. That's a nice looking keyboard. Oh, the Vertex Arc, wait, you got an Arc 60? Let's look at this. Beautiful shots, love it. Love these. This is also what I mean by you can add some depth by just placing something closer to the camera. So this is slightly out of focus, giving you kind of like your eyes drawing towards the, actual keyboard. I like that. Even this, slightly out of focus, your eyes still drawn to this, but there's still enough visual interest. Really like that. Great shots there. Really good, Jerry. Abdullah, Gokven with Raid V2s. I need to build a Gokven. I like that. Nice color scheme, red and gray, always works. Isabel 60. I like the color scheme here too. This is a nice Chaser. Chaser, you always have nice color schemes. Ooh. The polycarbonate bottom sonnet always photographs nicely. Really nice shot here too. I like all the texture. That's cool. Oh, Polybius hits so nice on the green. I like it. Polybius hits really nice with a green keyboard. It's a good compliment to it for sure. The Kage with the polycarb. Oh yeah, these are all the Christmas shots. I'm sad we didn't go through these during Christmas. I like that. It looks nice, Yevon. Polybius being Polybius? Yeah. Okay, guys. First time photo stacking. Can you review the photo with pleasure? Or you can review the photo with pleasure? Awesome. I like this. I know what you photo stacked here too to get everything in focus. It looks great. I can see some photo stacking issue that happens right over here where some of it looks like it's more in focus than others. That's just a problem with the program. Looks good. I like this a lot. Very snowy. I like this. Sonnet with Spark. Oh, Spark's nice on this. I put Spark on one of my sonnets as well, but I didn't do like what you did here. This is pretty. Ooh, should I do this to my blue one? Chaser, no worries, man. I just like you guys are having fun, man. That's awesome. Iron 165 with GMK Think Caps and Timo V2 Eggplant with Cherry Spellbook. Even though these are with your iPhone, I think they turned out great. The Timo is a pretty keyboard. I have one at my house still. I need to bring it back and use it. Very awesome. Lemon. This is the Neko. Very pretty. Also a cute little 40%, dude. Iron 180, Smoke and Ember. This is interesting. I like your photography here. Oh! Wait, this is a really pretty... Hello, click off. Oh, what happened? Why did we go up here? Why did we go to the... Oh my god, I lost my spot. My Discord froze. There we go. Oh, this is pretty. Wow, this turned out really good. This is really nice. Discord moment? Yeah. That's really pretty. Who is this again? Bumblebee. Oh, I like this. Yeah, this is case hardened for sure, dude. I like that. No list. I don't know if renders are allowed, but it's a board I'm designing. Yeah, renders are fine. So this is a TKL, it looks like, with a pretty interesting looking back weight. A lot of curves happening on the back too for visual interest. I like that. Interesting. I would like to know more about this keyboard. QK65 green and gold with KTT roses and Milky Way Demon Girl. Ooh. An unlikely color combo that actually seems like it's not too bad. I don't mind this. Sleek, how you doing, dude? How'd they get the back like that? So it's patinaed. I don't know who they got it patinaed through, if they did it themselves, but it looks great. All right, Bumblebee hitting us with these fucking gorgeous photos. Bumblebee. These are really pretty. Oh man, the wood accent's so nice on this. So that's the Sonnet guy, by the way, guys, and this is the wood accent from Mr. Mod Musings. That looks good. People are so damn talented, for real. Another beautiful looking Sonnet. What set is this? I can't tell. Fly Me to the Moon. What's this? From Immortal 198 Durian, my actual Lucy. This turned out really nice. Like, very, very nice. Final form on the AV4. Do you like your hyperglides? Very, very nice. The RGB accents, the photos. I like your desk pad too on the moon there. Really reminiscent of Lucy. Very good job. I like this. That's CRP Blue Arabic, most likely. Oh, okay. Not a fan of standard acrylic, but that looks great. The AV4 is a little bit more unique because it does have like a little bit more of like a standard keyboard aesthetic in some regards too. Very nice though. I really like this. Looks awesome, Durian. Profit 60. Damn. I forgot how good 8008 looks on a darker keyboard. I need to just get my ass using some darker keyboards. I had a Profit, but we gave one away. We gave that away for last year's something or other. Can't remember what we did. It was an event of some sort. Link 65 popcorn silverweight with Canon Caps 0. Ooh, not bad looking. Very pretty. Good job on this. I like this. It's got a little heart. Azim, beautiful photos here already. My latest pictures of my E-White QK65. Love this. This is very homey to me, and I really like this. Like, it just makes me feel peaceful in a way. Even this, very peaceful. A lot of warmer tones in the photo. Love that. This is gorgeous as well. These coasters added in there. Love this. A little bit of depth off the table there too. A little bit like AV. Yeah, AV has a very nice style too. Really, really pretty. Love these Azim. Great photos on these. Mode Sonnet carbon fiber plate, polycarbonate bottom. And then Melody 96. Very nice. Where'd you get these stands? Are these from, I need some new stands. Yeah, I like these. This is a nice keyboard actually. What's this? Melody 96. Interesting. I don't know if I could do this layout, because I feel like this is a lot of like stuff in one for me, but it's kind of nice though. Diable 3D prints wood from, oh, custom niches. Yeah. These are custom niche stands. Ooh, this looks nice on the coffee one. That's really nice, bro. I would love to see a top down of this if you don't mind. Red and black hits different. It does. It really does hit different. This looks really nice. Yeah, I like that a lot. What board is this? Is this a Matrix board? Laneware 75 with Jim K Civ. Just makes me want to get Civ. Damn, though. Flip spacebar? My guy. How do you like having the knob on the left? That kind of makes more sense almost. Does it make more sense? Do you ever get confused with the escape key? I don't know if I like that. Interesting. How do you guys feel about the knob on the left? The escape key is weird. Yeah. I feel like that would definitely, that's a learning curve for sure. Space 55 with, oop, did we just skip to the bottom somehow again? I'm not sure how this keeps happening. Did I hit something? Maybe I did something. With lubed ink V2s and PC plate. Let's see. Striker on the silver looks so damn good. I like that. That looks good. Mouse in the right, so knob on the left makes sense. It does make more sense. Maybe a knob like on the side of the board would make more sense though. Ooh. Okay, this is a flex. Dolphin, this is a flex. Damn. Dolphin. I didn't need to be flexed on so hard today. When you strike out, this was a nice keyboard too. I should have picked up this keyboard. Print magnet, but damn, yeah. Graphic, thank you so much for the 9 months, dude.
Let's go. How's your day so far?
It's going, man. It's going. We're just chilling. We're just hanging out doing some of this stuff here. And then I'm probably going to do some grocery shopping afterwards. But how are you doing? So nice. Yeah. This looks great, dude. Cancerous. Liam, rushed phone photo. Oh, you don't have to worry about it. Sonnet. Oh, man. Looks good. That's a nice looking sonnet. I really like it. Turned out good, dude. You liking it though, Liam? Stealth. Ooh, what a nice desk. This is why I want to see some of your guys' setups. This is so pretty. I know I'm supposed to be looking at the keyboard. Like, where did you get this? This little stone thing with the divot in it. It looks nice. I like the film grain. Me too. It's a nice aesthetic. I like your guys' styles. Nice stealth. Of course, going to rebuild it with a palm plate and different switches soon, though. I think you'll like it with the palm. It sounds really good with the palm. Stacked acrylic. Oh, that's cool. Wait, what set is this? Is this Voynich? You patinaed this as well? This is fucking cool. This is super neat. Copying Teja. eBay, some lady in Hawaii does them. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Nathan has those things too, right? Damn, I like this. Manic, that looks great. How did you enjoy, like, how did you find the whole patina process? Was it really difficult? Aram. What is this? What is this thing on the left? You guys have such deep desks. I should do a deeper desk next setup too. Makes me always jealous seeing how like I always plan on getting the deeper ones and just always go like a standard depth that I'm used to. But not super intuitive at first, still working on my technique. I feel like that's with a lot of things though. U-Toy. Ooh. Good old Sonnet, baby. Good old Sonnet. Good combination of things too. I like the copper sound profile the best. With the PC bottom. Music production? Oh, okay. It's a home studio desk if I've seen one. Okay. Interesting. Cool. Sounds good, Coffee. Take care, dude. Mr. Shelby80. Thank you, Fluffy. I appreciate the 26 months, dude. That's crazy. Thank you so much, man. So is this, Skull, is this the final that you're doing for this? I'm glad you like it, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm glad that you ended up actually using it. Last time I gave a keyboard away that was like the top prize. It was, from what I understand, it was sold or flipped. I don't understand why people do that shit. Learned about the patina game. That's super interesting to me. Yeah. I mean, like, I would love to learn about this stuff too, but I'm assuming YouTube is probably their best friend for that. Jables, the 4B. 4B is a sick keyboard. I need to get mine from my mom's house too. I left it there. KS3, that looks great. Great job on this, Jables. Portal with GMK Hennessy. That's a nice color combination, actually, with the little Gengar cap. I like that. Sounds good, Skull. I'm glad you enjoy it, that's all. Some renders. Whoa. This is super cool. Okay, my only thing about this, if I could throw in my 2 cents, when you have a keyboard that's raised, that has a large gap, like a well underneath of space, you have to be careful because that could, I can already see, I don't see a weight on this on the bottom. You're gonna have to devise some sort of way to help diffuse some of that sound, so it doesn't reply to my email. I will. Oh, for sure, Zach. We'll talk more about it because you got to make sure that you have some good way of diffusing some sound in there. I like this though. That's cool though, man. Very pretty. Mammoth 75. Ooh. Mammoth's such a hot keyboard. Oh, that's a nice keycaps up for this. This is pretty. It kind of looked like cork on that last one. Very, very pretty. I love this photo, by the way. Love it. Great job on this. I love, love, love that. A waffle weight? Maybe something like that. Dude, I really want a foundation as well. Oh yeah, dude, don't worry. I have so much hairs and dust everywhere. That's so well diffused. Are all the dolphins like this? This is a dolphin, right? That's so nice. I've never seen a dolphin in person. Huh, interesting. Stratos, aluminum plate, pewters. I like your desk here too. Everyone has such pretty desks. Why do I feel like my desk is not good compared to your guys' desks? Is this a glass desk? This is really nice. I have a cheapy one from IKEA because the one I wanted was like so expensive and I'm not willing to spend $2,000 on a desk. I, first of all, don't have that kind of money, and second of all, too expensive. Glass desks do frighten me though, I will say that. TGR 910, I like that. What set is this? This is this, what's it called? Nuke Data? I like this, this is nice. I'm not a photographer, but no need to critique my lack of skills, no need. I like it though, TGR, love it. Is this the wrist rest with the artisans inside of it? That's such a neat idea. I want to see that. Can I see a picture of that? What do you mean? I always think I want a desk like yours whenever I watch your stream. Really, Darian? I'm always seeing your guys' stuff. Like the only thing that I refuse to get because I feel like it's hard for people to argue against me on this because I am so set in my ways. I don't like and I hate having monitor risers. Like, you know the ones from like Grove made where they're like really long? I feel like those eat up more desk space than they do good. And they really kind of like make you feel boxed into your desk. My girlfriend has one. She has it on her desk right now. I do not like it. She can like it. That's her own prerogative to like it. But like, I don't like those things. I really do feel like it kind of caves in on you. Like, not caves in on you, but like makes you feel squished in. Darts, let's see this one here. What set is this? I like how soft this all looks. Yeah, I'm definitely a monitor arm guy. The Bit 101. Whoa! What the fuck? What is this? This is so neat looking. That's cool. What the heck? This is cool looking. Oh, Toasty, you're telling me about this board, right? The Bit 101 is so good. It's so cool looking. Toasty was showing me this board, I think. Good old Toasty. I'll give him a little heart. Griminal. Holy desk setup. One day I'll have the ability to own more than one monitor. And get that set up. I just can't because the camera blocks everything. So I can't have one over here. And I don't really like it on my left. So I don't know what to do. Oh, that's so nice. It's so big. I want a rising desk too. So I don't like the monitor on my left because I feel like I constantly have to turn my head, whereas on my right, I can just turn my eyes. For some reason, I can turn my eyes more listen, guys. My right side's my good side, all right? That's the side you guys will continue to see. There's no need to look at my left side. There's no need. No one needs to look at that. That's all I gotta say. That's where we're gonna end this conversation. Do the stacked monitor? I could do a stacked monitor. Glenn, I like this a lot too. Thick bezels are always hot. I've always had a soft spot for thick bezels. Frog TKL, EPBT, Japanese. Ooh. Frog's nice. Like it genuinely is. All right, we'll leave off right over here. So I'm gonna pin this message. But I think that's all we're gonna do for today, guys. Again, Heracles, I mean, for 375, going back to this just really quick, I don't mind this. It types okay. Definitely unique. Very, very unique. Took me 10 minutes to find the spring I dropped in my carpet. Dude, I've done that so many times. It is such a pain in the ass. All right, guys, let's see who we can go raid. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I'm going to do some grocery shopping. I'm not sure what you guys are going to be doing. It's so loud. Okay. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in today. Thanks for being here. Love you guys, first of all. Second of all, I will be doing another stream tomorrow. I haven't decided on what my next... I don't think it's fully set up, my schedule, but I will be doing a bunch of different boards. So I'll see you guys very, very, very soon. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to do groceries. This board here, if you guys want more info, type in !build. And then I will be doing some, like, I think I'm probably going to end up looping switches all night tonight. So who knows? Maybe we'll come back on and just hang out. Who knows? But I think you guys said Marcia was streaming. What's Marcia doing? Building a white. Oh, she's doing the white. Here, I'll let you guys go watch Marcia. Enjoy Marcia's stream. She hasn't streamed in a little while. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day. Love you. Thanks for everything today. I really do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys very, very, very soon. Peace out, everybody. Goodbye.